Welcome back, Nuggets. This mother clucker's got some thoughts. Let's ruffle some feathers and get into this live stream. Hello, everybody. How are you? Hi, Nutty. Hi, LV. Hey, Darcy. Hi, French. Hello, Dancer Gal. Hello. There's no D, it's Pam. I will call you Pam. Hello. I haven't seen you in here before. Welcome. Hi, Neo over on Twitch. Hello, everybody. Hi, King. Good to see you here, chicken butt. Hey, Mel. Hello, everybody. How's everyone's week been? Although for a lot of you, I imagine it's still only Thursday. It is Friday for me. And I did a heckin' sleep-in, which is horrible. Horrible for, you know, rushing around in the morning to get ready for a live stream. I will not do that in future. I like to be methodical and calm. Hey, Toots. Usually a rewatcher, but happy to catch a live. Awesome, Mel. Thank you so much for being here. Favorite live chicken. How many live chickens do you know? And where can I meet these people? Snow is melting in Quebec. That is good news. That's very good news. Just got home from 2 weeks of pet sitting, treated yourself to a PS5. Nice. Playing Skyrim while we stream. Nice, King. I haven't played Skyrim because, as you know, Skyrim is my ultimate, like, go back to game. It is my game. And I haven't played it in like 6 months and I'm feeling the hankering. I'm really feeling it. In fact, since I've gotten my new laptop, I haven't installed it on it and I need to go back and, you know, put in my 250 mods that I like to put on it. Hey, Dead Not Sleeping. All the chickens are good after you slept in. Yeah, we have automatic opening doors that let them out of their house but into a caged coop area where they're safe. So they get out when the sun comes up and then I let them out into their actual yard. I don't like to do that. It's really bad and I feel horribly guilty. It was an accident. Play again, do it. Yes. Hey, cats. You've never caught alive and you're excited. I'm so glad. Your best friend ever was a chicken girl, yard full of different chickens and other fowl. Oh, R.I.P. Kate. Oh, sounds like she was an amazing person. Okay, so my nuggets. The 10K surprise with the special stream that I'm going to do for it is like 98% done. And I'm very excited because I only need like 18 new nuggets. So anyone who's listening, please check, are you subscribed? And if you would like to support, please consider subscribing because we are almost there. And I'm so excited to I guess, release the surprise. It's absolutely amazing. It's so surreal and I'm so grateful to be here. I like I've said before, after a year mark, I was hoping to have 1,000 subscribers. So to be sitting here at 10K with just over a year. Hello, Lullaby Bear. Thanks for the follow on Twitch. Thank you so much. Oh, and thank you so much, everybody, for supporting me over on Twitch because I am now affiliated on Twitch, which is their monetization system. And so I've put emotes over there for anybody who subscribes. And I think you can actually do it with your Amazon Prime account, which, by the way, is something that I think YouTube should do. I think if you buy their premium service, you should get a membership to gift to a channel of your choosing. I think that would be a great system. But anyway, you're subbed with your 2 accounts. Thank you. I've been getting name dropped on other channels. Have I, LV? Which other channels? I am interested to know. I'm always so grateful when people mention me. On Twitch, yay! Oh, Bug Babe. Oh, thank you so much for subscribing with your Prime. Are you somebody on YouTube or are you a Twitch person? Thank you so much. You are officially my first subscriber on Twitch. That is heckin'. Thank you so much. Oh, Revoke was mentioning me. I thought Revoke stopped making videos. Maybe just took a break? Need to... Oh, that's you. Dead Not Sleeping. Awesome. Thank you so much. You love name dropping me. Okay, so for today, there's just a little bit of housekeeping stuff that I wanted to run through, but we're going to continue with Neo. Thank you for joining the Clucking crew. Oh, thank you so much for subscribing with your Prime. You guys are amazing. Thank you. I really, really appreciate it. I do. That was a recent video from Revoke, a few days old maybe. Oh, okay, cool. Was it complimentary? People have tried to stir up some shit between her and I in the past, but she and I don't have like a... there's no, as far, well, at least from my perspective, there's no animosity at all with her. So, yeah, I don't know. Hello, Mother of Baggins. You are not late, no. What did you say? Sorry. You name dropped me on your channel. Thank you so much, Kat. Cute emojis. Yes, there is a chicken butt emoji too. Just referencing my tranche of legal documents. Yeah, that's awesome. That's really good. Good for her, digging into that. Okay, so a little bit of housekeeping. Now, the first thing, where the cluck is Amberlynn Reid? So, I know, she was due to come back on the 2nd of February. Now, I am aware that I live in the future compared to the US, but it's not 4 days in the future. So, Madam has decided to not continue to post on her page. She's decided that the LCU is for her and that's where she belongs and she's loving it, and cluck her channel because uploading doesn't matter, right? No, so we're not expecting to see, I feel like, no shade to Geordie, and I know he's streaming at the moment. No shade to Geordie, but I feel like screaming at him every time he says it. She's not due for monetization on the 2nd of February. That's when she was planning on coming back, which I believe is about 2 weeks before she's due to be monetized. It should be due to apply for remonetization somewhere between mid to late February. I'm not exactly sure because they count it, I think, from the date of the appeal. So we don't know exactly when she actually made the appeal, but somewhere in that, range. Long cow bus is boring. Are you the only one? Cluck, no, Diana, you are not. You are very not. I can't stand it. Can't stand people yelling over each other, no. And I thought for a split second that this new host that they had was going to be good, but then she did what she did, and no. If Amber stays there, look, I'm just not going to keep covering her because it's pointless anyway. I do behavioral analysis, and this is acting, so why would I cover it? I am, however, covering Rachel covering it because Rachel is interesting. So, Vera mentioned in another video she wanted to do a snowflake video and needed receipts. Oh, I don't necessarily want to do another snowflake video. People are asking for it, and every time I ask for people, give me the proof, because I'm not going to go just do a video on gossip and, speculation. every time I ask people for proof, they can't actually do it. So I assumed it was kind of just rumor or insubstantial stuff that we can't do anything with. But if you have receipts and you'd like to send them through, I'd be happy to have a look at them. The best way is to DM me on either Instagram or Twitch. I am Vera the Chook at Twitch. I suppose you could. TikTok. Yeah. So, anyway, back to Amber. So, is this going to be problematic for if she does decide to reapply for monetization? And I apologize if you've already seen this, but I'm aware that lots of people don't actually watch everything I do. So I just wanted to highlight this is in their guidelines. Now, this is the process for if you're suspended on the YouTube Partner Program, which is the monetization program that YouTube has. And the thing that's concerning for Amber is that she does seem to have deleted her videos, though I can't definitively say that 100%. It does kind of look like she may have actually deleted them at this point rather than just privating them. And it says, if you reapply, our team will carefully look over your content again. We'll also email to let you know when the process is complete. But this line, while they don't explicitly say that you will be rejected if you don't keep uploading, it's implied that they want you to keep uploading, which makes sense to me because if you think about it from YouTube's perspective, they've gone, okay, you are problematic enough that we had to suspend you from the paid program. So if you reapply and you've got no content up, what exactly do we have to say that you're going to be safe in the future? Under community guidelines and copyright issues, this is not the issue that she had, but they do have this line in here. You use your channel in compliance with our policies, for example, by uploading content that you have the right to monetize, which could be implied by the, copyright thing, but it could also be implied with the policy. So will her not uploading stop her from being remonetized? Not necessarily, but I think the way that we can interpret this and based on other people's experience with being suspended from the YPP is that it's damaging to your appeal if you don't keep uploading. They will drop her when people lose interest. They will do to her like Rarity and leave the door open. Yeah. And that's the thing. Amber is being extremely short-sighted with this because the LCU is not a long-term prospect. Keem can ultimately do whatever he wants, and Amber is only going to have appeal for so long. Hello, Isabel. You're not late. We're just getting started. Welcome. So this is silly, very, very silly. I am astounded continually how Amber manages to choose the wrong decision at every single turn, and yet here we are. Here we are. Okay, but that's enough of Amber. I just wanted to make mention of that. You love my lives. Thank you so much, Isabel. I love them too. I was actually so excited for this live that I nearly did it yesterday. For no reason in particular other than just I really like them. So, I just want to do... Hey, Darcy, you're over on Twitch too. Thank you so much for supporting. So just before we get back into Rachel, we've got the rest of this video and then she's got another one up as well. If you don't mind, I just wanted to do a little side quest on Milky because I actually had a nugget in my comment section of my last lives giving me some really interesting information. So I went and did some digging and let me just... let me show you this. So this was from the same live that Rachel's covering here, but this was after they kicked Milky off. Whoops.
Did you, Keem?
Everything's opening on the wrong screen. There we go. So this is interesting. Let's have a squizzy.
Did you, Keem, I gotta ask you, did you kick them or did they just run away?
No, I kicked that woman. I don't like her.
No, I didn't either.
Dude,
she wasn't making many good points.
She literally admitted she's
laughed
just
about
here for the
everything.
clout. She doesn't give a fuck about any of this. She doesn't know the details.
God, I am literally in the middle of a fucking sentence, all right? So look, here's the deal. When Lolcow Queens launched a year ago, Tina had this main thing that she would say, spread for bread, right? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you're just going to spread for bread. That Milky woman put a t-shirt up in the shop selling it spread for bread.
What?
And I was like, dude, what are you doing? Like, that's like leech type like behavior. What are you doing? Like, why do you have that? I go, can you take that down? That's Tina saying, right? And she fought me back and forth. And I was like, what? You're such a leech. Eventually, I think she took it down. But then I just got reports that this woman was re-streaming this whole thing on her personal channel. And it's like, all right, bitch.
Know about that.
Yeah, dude, she came in
She
here.
didn't know what to do.
She literally admitted she is just, like, she doesn't give a fuck about any of this. She didn't know the fucking backstory. She's just here to fucking, like, dude, come on. Like, I'm sorry.
And
Amberlynn, I'm gonna be honest.
bring
Some
over
of the
people.
reaction channels come across as genuine to me in the fact that they did care about you at one point, or maybe they even still care about you. That bitch was honest. She's like, I don't give a fuck about you, Amberlynn Reed. I'm just here for fucking clouds. Come on.
Yeah, honestly, that woman needs a job. She needs a employment, right? Like, I can't believe Tina had this saying. It was unrelated to this Milky woman at all. Like, it had no correlation. And she just steals her saying and starts selling t-shirts. And I'm like, dude, that's not cool. Like, take that down.
Yeah, that's fine.
And she was like fighting me on it. I have a whole like DMs with her fighting back and forth like a year ago.
Really?
So,
fuck, I didn't know it goes back that far.
She sucks. She sucked.
I just wish we could have got a better detractor that would know what they were talking about, have it all lined out.
Well, that's the
We
thing,
could
like,
go
she only
through
had
it.
2 arguments. It's like, okay, let me bring up shit from literally 15 years ago, or let me talk about an active relationship, which I'm sorry, maybe I'm wrong here, but, like, I feel like that's crossing some boundaries. I really do.
Duh.
Yeah, and even
Yeah.
there,
I'm
she was
ordering
just
more
like,
alcohol.
it was contradictory.
So there's a couple of points there, aside from Keem being just very passive aggressive. One is that he's claiming that Milky basically stole intellectual property and made her own merch off it and was profiting from that. The other point was that she wasn't prepared. Now, one thing I will say is with the not being prepared thing, because I made that comment as well, this is not verified because the stream that Milky covered this is members only. But apparently she was under the impression that she was going to be up there facing Chantel, which makes a lot more sense since she covers Chantel and not Amber, right? So that might be why she looked so unprepared and wasn't handling Amber the way that perhaps we would like to see a Girl World reactor handling Amber. So if that's the case, that is so clearly Keem setting her up to look bad. And if he already had this beef about the t-shirt, that was him getting her back, in my opinion. So in 2020, Young Dun, yeah, I can never say this name. Also, hello, camera girl. Young Dumb Honey Bun, there we go, made a t-shirt with Amberlynn's likeness. The Gaining Ground said that wasn't cool, and the whole of Girl World went scorched earth on Gaining Ground. Like, doxed him? Wow. Really? Hello, Bloody Blue. You are catching alive. And hello, Callie, over on Twitch. Hello. Welcome. Your understanding is that she was on panel with your mama talking about Chantel. Then when your mama asked her if she wanted to be on panel with ALR, she said, sure, yeah. And that's kind of what I said, you know, if that was her brand and she was just having fun and she was open about that, you know, whatever, who cares? At least she had the sense not to take Keem up on the offer to be a host. But so I did some digging on this because the way Kim made that sound is that it sounds like Milky stole a catchphrase or part of, who was it? Tina's, I can't keep their name straight. I don't really care to be perfectly honest. It made it sound like Milky was stealing part of that person's brand. Does that make sense? And the way I kind of think about this is using my channel as an example. If someone were to take part of the essence of my brand and monetize it, sorry, one moment. Sorry about my throat. For example, this mother clucker's got some thoughts or something to do with the actual phrases that are core to my brand, I would be upset about that. But if somebody took something that I said maybe in one of my lives, it was just something that I said from time to time and monetized that, I don't think I would feel upset about that. So I think there is a line somewhere where taking a brand and monetizing it is unethical, but taking just something that was said is not. Does that make sense? So did Milky cross a line here? Now, Kim mentioned that it's something that, was it Tina? I can't remember her name. It's something that this person used to say on a live. Now, the history or historical use of that, referencing it in the past, makes me think that it's not part of this person's brand, right? Because why would you stop using your brand? Like, you better believe that I'm going to be saying this mother clucker in a year. I'm not going to drop that. And also this bread for bread thing, I've heard before a year ago. This is not a new thing. You remember when Tina said that? It was when Chantel was on the first time. It was a throwaway joke. Yes, said on one stream. Yes, so this is not part of Tina's brand, right? You don't worry about people stealing ideas from you. You have other ideas. Yeah, it is a bit about being ahead of the curve when you're a creative for sure. But you see my point. Like, there is, if it's just a line, like, who the cluck cares? So I decided to look it up because that's what I do. And Milky actually has a store of all of her art. Now, she's actually fairly outspoken about not using AI for art and supporting creators, which I really like. And can I just say, because people tend to conflate when I say something nice about someone as me endorsing them. I don't know Milky, okay? So if she does something dodgy in the next 6 months, this is not coming back to me saying, oh, you supported her, you're a horrible person. No, I don't know Milky, okay? I am endorsing her art though, it's very cute. But this one here, she's got some really fun stuff on this. I really like this. This is a coloring book. I just got to show you this. This is not sponsored, just loving it. She's made a Girl World themed coloring. The seal has a CPAP machine. Oh dear. Anyway, I just this one made me laugh. But this is the t-shirt in question. So not only has Milky taken a line that is clearly not part of that woman's brand, but she's gone and made her own artwork and made it her own to sell for that. Does anybody here, and I'm genuinely asking, does anybody here have a problem with her doing that? Is this unethical in any way? I don't know if it's an Animal Crossing sticker. It might be. I think she's a gamer. The iconic popular idiot, Obese to Beast. Yes. Yes. I love the way Obese to Beast handled that. You don't think so? Nope. Over here trying to paint baseboards and you say CPAP machine. Sorry, mother of Baggins. Apologies. A little questionable, but not that bad. Not gonna lie, I have an amber in my save file too. You don't see an issue? It's derivative work. You do paintings using reference photos. Okay. Well, I don't want to be here judging other people's art. Everybody's art is valid. I think what she's doing is great. It's not AI, and I'm here to support that. You think free reign on Girl World merch? Yeah, like, you know, I know that there's been lots of Girl World merch people out there like using Big Cherry and You're a La and things like that. I don't think this is any different. I really don't. So without sorry, Vintage Camera Girl, I'm not clear on what you're saying there. The AI, not AI, does do it, earn it points. Yeah, it does. So you feel like if she takes it and makes it her own and it's a throwaway line, it's recycling? Yeah, I that's what I mean. Like, if it had been part of Tina's brand, I think I would have felt differently. Because I definitely do feel protective over people's brands, but like this is a line, and I think the t-shirt's really cute. But without crediting, got it. Yeah. So, although having said that, is there anything to credit? Because it's not a trademark line. If it were her brand, I could see crediting, but if it's just a line, like, this is Keem just digging up stuff, in my opinion. I don't think Milky's done anything wrong here. I think I'm trying to think whether I would have done it. I probably wouldn't have, just because I like to stay in my own circle, but I don't think it's ethically that bad. Yeah, it's not like it's her catchphrase. Exactly. But he wanted a reason to kick her out. Yeah, I think he wanted a reason to humiliate her. I really do. It doesn't say Tina blah blah blah. Yeah. Thing is, we can't give credit because it's fandom stuff. Credit is implied. That's true, and it's pretty clear that she's in the girl world. Does she say anything? No, she doesn't say anything about where it's from. She does say no AI used. These are cute too. See, is this wrong? This is actually kind of a catchphrase. Is that wrong? It's an interesting ethical question. It's all scripted, so it's something they may have come up with as a line. Possibly. You make your own t-shirts with obscure book lines on them. Nobody ever knows. That's less wrong because Foodie has orphaned that phrase. How do you catchphrase a word though? Yeah. If Tina just says it, I think it's verbal and not copyrighted. Yeah, I agree. And like, for the, you know, I do my intro the same every single episode, every single video, every single live. That's part of my brand, and yet I still think even that isn't copyrightable. You know, it would be ethically, I would very much look down on somebody who did that, and I would not be pleased, but I think legally even that would be up for grabs. So if you made merch saying my girlfriend was calling me Pocahontas, is that wrong? Is it? Also, hello, Veronica. Don't know if I'd call that a catchphrase as much as something she just said. Yeah, but it's interesting though, isn't it? Look, personally, because I said, why I'm bringing this up, in my last stream, I said that what Milky did was unethical, a bit unethical. And I want to walk that back. I don't think it is. After researching it, because the way Keem made it sounded like it was something intrinsic to this woman's image. And I don't think that is. I really don't. It's all pretty rich coming from Keem regardless. Indeed. You can trademark a phrase, but yes, it would be paperwork. You'd be looking at things like slogans, or didn't Matthew McConaughey trademark all right? I'm pretty sure. But yeah, it's like a whole process. Do we innately own the words we say legally? But yeah. Yeah, so anyway, I just wanted to bring that up. I am ethically releasing Milky, at least in my opinion, from the hook. And I do think it might be, even though it's unverified, it might be worth keeping in mind as we watch this that this was very impromptu for Milky, and she was not innately coming on to face Amber like this, which accounts for any of the discrepancies. He also sold MLM on some weird live streams. Charming. Charming. Milky said she offered it to Keem if he would pay for it as she drew it, but he said no. Fair. Yeah. I think all of this is in her members only live stream though, unfortunately. As for the streaming it while she was on there, hilarious. Clucking hilarious. A little bit of sass, I appreciate that. Hi, Amanda. Oh dear, did I miss something? Oh, I did. I'm so sorry. It's best not to interact with Keem at all. He's a snake and will use anything and everything to his advantage for coin. I so thoroughly agree with that, Nutty. I really do. He is highly unethical and taking advantage of people in desperate situations. Granted, people that put themselves in those desperate situations, but it's rough. You all need to hold me accountable if I ever consider anything in this direction. My goodness. Hello, Creeds. You caught alive. Hello, Spooky Sis. Hello. All right, so shall we get into the Rachel reaction? I really wanted to do that with Milky, so yeah, hopefully onwards and upwards there.
When I was at my heaviest, are you fucking...
It's not, so she's getting all angry, but the photo is not from when she was at her heaviest. That photo is from August 2025. This is the photo, as I've mentioned.
dumb?
Oh, sorry, just before we get into it, I'll just say, we did the first 40 minutes of this in my last live stream. If you missed it, we're just continuing on from that. And we're analyzing Rachel as the priority here. What you learned from music school was you can't poor man copyright as it's not particularly legally binding. You have to go through the process officially and register your stuff. Yeah. And I think what we're talking about here though is not really, was it legally wrong? I think clearly legally it wasn't wrong. It was whether it was ethically wrong. Sent me a pic of your cake and one of your gifts. Where did you send that? I want to giggle. Oh, by the way, if you don't forget, I have my community tab, everyone. I always want to try and showcase this. But if you have things that you want the world to see, please definitely post here. Oh, and one more thing. Oh, I'm so remiss. I am so remiss. Whose birthday's in February? Okay, after this we'll get into Rachel, I promise. Who has a February birthday? I'm about to show you your chicken daddy. As soon as I can locate where I've put the chicken daddies. There they are. Yours is Nutty. This is your chicken daddy. Vintage camera girl. Your birthday was on Sunday. Oh, happy belated birthday, New Mayfair. Yep. Enjoy your chicken daddy. This is February's chicken daddy with a very handsome boy there. Look how good. I love that the rooster's in drag as well. This is a chicken apron. That's for hens. Yes. Oh, so many February birthdays. You never knew this existed. Hey, Joy. Yeah, at the beginning of every month, this is actually a calendar. It's called Chicken Daddies. I'm not making that up. This is a calendar that a friend of mine got me for Christmas. And so at the beginning of every month, we're celebrating everybody's chicken daddy for their month. Blue is definitely that rooster's color, yes. The boys in the background love chicken daddy too. Love it. Okay, back to Rachel. Without further ado.
There was a photo
Amber
just
is
like
fat,
this from when you were
Yeah, we got a lot of gooners in the LCB.
So
we
if Milky's not gonna say anything with substance, she can leave.
I mean, I'm trying, but you keep opening your mouth, and it's really
because
hard.
the things you are saying
Okay,
Here we
is
go again.
bull, bitch. I'm talking years and years and years.
Well,
I don't give a
let's go to
fuck
the
what I did
current.
years ago.
Let's go to the current moment.
I've got a
What is
genuine
it?
question. I've
Hold
got a
on.
genuine question.
Hold on,
You're
hold
not
on,
allowed to talk
hold
about
on, hold
that.
on. What is it about her environment that you think is bad for animals? Because like she shows her animals in the
She's
DC
screaming.
and shit.
She's screaming.
I'm
She's shouting.
Literally.
Dude,
She's
come on.
That baby
frothing.
is still
Come on.
asleep and comfortable.
She's literally staring at Amber like this right now, and she looks terrified all the time, and in all the vlogs she looks terrified. And Emily literally told us that at the very least Wasabi is scared of her. So
Her head's up actually, and is looking at you. If you actually look behind you.
Dude,
Twinkie, my beautiful baby.
you're saying because she
it's so weird. I'm gonna put a clip of that what she just said here because it's so weird.
dude
Twinkie, my beautiful baby.
you're saying because she yells sometimes.
It's particularly bad because like Chihuahuas are a naturally anxious breed anyway. I've had a Chihuahua cross and they really do not handle even just bad emotions in the room. They can read things so well that yeah, Amber yelling and carrying on like this on a live, it's not good for Twinkie. You're watching Moonbeam. You're watching Vera, watch Rachel, watch Milky, and Amber, while Amber is dressed up as Shrek. Well, in her defense, I think she might be Fiona. This is why I can't explain Gorl to my IRL friends. Yes. And now that this whole thing is not just a hobby for me anymore, it's also, well, it's more than that, right? And so I've started talking to people in my real life about what I'm doing. This is a difficult one to explain, especially to the older generation. How does one? So anxious, loud sounds and negative energy would be so nerve-wracking for little doggy. Yep, for a little doggy, absolutely. Little dogs are easily stressed, but Chihuahuas are next level. They're just like the natural embodiment of anxiety disorders. It's not good. You don't even try to explain it anymore. I tend to gravitate more, less towards this side of thing and more towards the lawsuit kind of thing, or the, medical journal sort of thing. It's easier to explain. Because it's not technically a lie, right? I did do those things. Your chi cross would never be able to handle screaming. Yeah, totally. I could totally see that. You used to try to talk about wireless networking to people and watch their eyes glaze over. It's not the community you found difficult to explain, it's how you got here. How did you get here? My Girl World origin story is definitely via Snowflake. I started watching his, I guess it would have been his Eugenia content. And I liked his style, and so I binge watched everything. And yeah, all of his videos. You've dragged your man into Girl World, and he has a good laugh sometimes. Snowflake is to blame. Let's do an entire video series on how Snowflake is slowly corrupting the world to turn into Girl World. Found you through him and... Oh, you found me through Snowflake. Or you found Girl World through Snowflake and Geordie. Saw a video trashing Amber and got curious. Took about a week for you to hate her. So you became a hater. That's really interesting. Do you know, I would now class myself as a hater of Amberlynn, but do you know, I only got there like a month ago. Genuinely. I wasn't a supporter either, don't get me wrong, but just that objective seeing people as people thing. It's the LCU that tipped me over. You got here because of Eugenia as well. Isn't it funny, like, Eugenia is not part of Girl World, yet she seems to be a gateway entity. You felt bad for her at first. In 2019, you started watching Jordan Shrinks, then watched Obese to Beast, then Charlie Gold. Couldn't believe how awful and hypocritical Charlie Gold is, found Peanut Gallery and Anti-Haydens. Huh, that's quite the journey. Goodness.
That's an abuse.
No, I'm saying she can't care for a pet because she can't walk it or get its nails.
Well,
done,
that's not
is
what you
I'm
said
saying.
before, though. Like that's all
My
I'm
question
saying.
No,
for
I'm
you
saying
is-
both.
my
Both things. Both
My
things.
question for you is, when did I show that I couldn't walk?
All the time.
I mean, you're at very least 520 pounds, which I'm pretty sure is a lie. So you're not walking anywhere. No way. And you can tell anyway, Twinkie's been overweight her whole life.
All the time.
Have you not watched our show?
You're really quiet, sweetie, just so you know. But like,
Yeah, so we've seen Amber, as I've said, a million fucking times. We've seen her waddle outside a little bit every now and then, but that's not enough. That's not what dogs need. They need proper exercise for longevity, for their health, for their joints, and Twinkie's not getting that, and she should not have a dog. She should not have a dog.
Okay.
Sorry.
Milky.
It was far away.
In that photo, I need you to really listen. I could not stand for 30 seconds. Now I can walk over a mile.
Well, just because she can walk over a mile doesn't mean that she does walk Twinkie a mile every day. There's no way that happens.
And then
Would love
Emily
if
say
you
you
said
abuse
my
your
name.
pets.
Every time I talk on here, people
Never
ignore
said
me.
that.
You let them-
Trying-
Okay, I'm just pausing for a second because they're talking over the super chat and it's really complicated. But Milky just said, didn't Emily say you abuse your pets? And yes, Emily did. Emily did say that. Emily said she didn't.
Oh yes, is now a good time to remind everybody that Rachel called DV stories tea and did it for the money?
know what happened to Rarity, but that it was very suspicious. She never said she believed Amber let Rarity out, but she said the bullshit with Rarity and that she was very suspicious about it. And she confirmed that the dogs don't get walked, they weren't being let out, and they were pissing all over Emily's house. That absolutely did get proven.
So, if either Emily's a liar, or Emily said that you let your dogs and your cats shit and piss all
Okay,
over
I
her
have a
house.
question for you.
So see how she circumnavigates that. Yes, that is what Emily said, and yes, that is what Amber does. We've seen the pee pads, we've seen the pink colour in the bag behind Amber.
Sorry, I was just stuffing my face with lunch while that was happening. I found it interesting that Rachel just said, we have proof of that. Do we though? We have Emily saying some things. Is that proof? Does anybody quantify that as evidence, hard evidence that we can factually stand behind? I know that we've seen pee pads, but that's not what we're talking about here, because that can be just an old dog thing. I know that it's Amber and it's likely not, but like, You get what I mean here? We're still very soft on Emily. The way Rachel is still casually references Emily, I'd want to sink into the floor every time I was in her shoes. I agree with you. Also, hello. Can I call you Avo? Welcome. I haven't seen your name in here before. You don't trust Emily as far as you could throw her. No, I don't either. This is not proof. But see, here's the thing though. I am aware that I'm a little bit biased when I talk about proof, because if you've been following my story, you know that I spent my entire childhood and teenagehood and young adulthood being completely gaslit by my mother. So I only rely on things that I've witnessed myself, and I can like pass through my own bias filters and make sure that I'm not, you know, interpreting things incorrectly. As far as I'm concerned, listening to Emily say something, that's not proof. In no way is that proof. Unless we were in the room with them, I'm not taking that. I'm not even saying that what Emily said isn't true, but it can't be said as proof, like Rachel just said. Hi, Mary. You're always rewatch team. You know what, though? I know everybody always apologizes for being a replay nugget, but replay nuggets are so important, and I'm so grateful that people want to watch my lives, like outside of the live. I think it's amazing. I take it as such a big compliment. And I love everybody in here chatting with me too, because I really genuinely look forward to sitting and chatting with you all. But definitely do not ever apologize for being a replay nugget or missing the stream. I appreciate all of you. Is Rachel the source of the recent audio release of Emily, Lover's Triangle in Disagreement? I don't know where that came from. I don't know if Emily's talking to more people, because like Snowflake could have had things as well. But if I were a betting chicken, I would say that everything comes from Rachel. But I'm not a betting chicken, so I'll leave that with you. Look to their behavior, not what they're saying. Yes, they don't live in the same world with the rest of us. Even a stopped clock gets the right time twice a day. Yes, I agree. There was recent audio French about, what was it about? Amber threatening to make Emily lose her job. You haven't heard that yet? Do we need to do a little side quest? I can find it while we let Rachel play. You're a habitual lurker. Yeah. Dead Not Sleeping. In my personal time, I am almost always a lurker. Actually, the only chat that I have talked in is literally Charlie Gold's, and I have to swap accounts in order to be able to do that. Side quest accepted. Okay, I enjoy the side quests too. I think you all do as well. I'll let this play and I'll find it.
Amber on the side. We know that she uses pee pads. She's admitted it. So we know that she's abusing those animals, and that's enough. We don't need more than that.
I would love you to answer
Why
first,
do you
though.
choose
So
to
Emily
speak
said, so either
about
Emily's
someone
a
where
liar.
I said do not speak about them.
Either Emily's a liar,
I
or
told you not
you
to
let your pet
speak.
shit over her house.
I told you not to speak about her.
I didn't listen.
So Emily is terrified of being doxxed, which she's already been, having people talk about her child, which, to be honest, the actual child themselves, I don't want to talk about them, but the fact that there is a child involved and that Emily is willing to be with somebody who treated her this way, who was so jealous and horrible around her child, who literally physically harmed Emily with her nails. Regardless of what Emily did, we know Amber did do that. Emily did say that Amber was awful and horrible to her, and yet somehow the two of them are still together. Like, it just doesn't make any fucking sense. It's embarrassing.
So
That's
either
why I
Okay,
purposely
no.
not responded.
Yeah, no, look,
'Cause
there
I'm
are
right.
boundaries here. We're not going to talk about fucking an active relationship. I'm sorry, like, look, there's legitimate things
Sorry.
that hit her on. Like, I
Oh,
feel
that's
like
fair, but I'm gonna say it.
I
So
feel like getting
her-
into an
her
active
loved
relationship
one-
is crossing a boundary. So, like, we're not going to do that. I'm sorry.
I don't agree. I mean, it's a very convenient.
Just having some trouble finding it. There was a... Yeah, can anyone point to it? I think Charlie actually had it in hers, but this looks like... Who is this? Oh, this is Apathetic Facts, probably in here. Did they play it though?
So recently, a leaked voice note from Emily talking about Amber's
Where
hygiene
is-
has made its way around Gorl world. Apparently, Rachel has leaked a voice note that was supposed to stay between her and Emily.
She's the most important thing in my life, and also like that.
No, this is the old one. You have it? Can you either give me the name to search in YouTube or DM me on Instagram or TikTok and let me know? You're not worried about being doxxed. You give a lot of personal information. Oof. You're more worried about swatting, as that's... I can't say that word, I don't think. Scooter needs to shut it. Thank you so much, cats.
Boundary for Amber, isn't it? Extremely convenient for Amber that we don't get to talk about Emily, even though that's the most recent thing, you know?
But her loved one said she abused for animals. That's all I'm saying. Her
No, they
current
didn't.
loved one said it.
No, they didn't.
Yes, she did. She did say it. She did say it. She said it in her interview with Mr. Snowflake. She said it to me. She said it over and over and over and over and over again. She did. She did. Yes, she did.
Bitch, I bet you have so much fucking dirt about you, but you're just lucky it's not on the internet.
Yeah, tons.
Deflection, deflection, deflection.
So much.
So we can go back to that 8-year-old photo when I could not do anything for myself. And now
Oh,
someone
that's
who
okay
lives-
then.
Now
That's
someone
okay
who
then.
I never
Do you know what? Talking about Amber, I did the math. I have 18 kilo chicken seed bags, right? And when I carry them in, they're a lot. I can only carry one at a time. And I did the math. Amber is approximately carrying 8 more of those bags than I am. I would have to carry 8 of those bags to experience what her knees are experiencing, her back. She's making this argument like I'm smaller than I was, as though she's made this massive turnaround and she's not that person anymore. It's an extreme amount of weight that we're talking about here. Rachel Lynn, the hypocrite. By the way, Vera, I didn't send any taxidermy photos or anything, just George Costanza? Oh, okay, good, thank you. She can't do anything for herself except order DoorDash. It's no way to live. Oh, thank you, cats. I'll check that. I'll let that play and go grab it.
said it was okay. You're not
But you did
listening
nothing
to me.
for it.
I have learned.
The way she's shouting and arguing with Milky right now is a very good way of seeing how she speaks to people when she's angry, how she deflects and gaslights. It's like an insight into being in a relationship with her. Watching this, it's quite fascinating.
At Pocahontas super chatted $19.99. Amber's the one WHO put her abuse online. She invited everyone to know her business. Therefore Amber sit on the floor and stand without help. Emily and
It's more the fact that she monetized it. It's not even just that she put it on the internet, but she profited from it. That's what really makes a difference. So she's fine with herself profiting from it, but if other people do, that's not fine. And that's what's odd, right? She wants to profit from her abuse, but if her victims do the same, that's not okay.
Fair
So,
enough.
you were talking earlier about
Hey, Kat, I've got you there. I've just accepted your chat request. Do you mind putting the link back in? Because I think it deletes it when it hasn't been approved yet. Thank you so much for doing that, by the way. Emily should have lost her license last year. She went to work after not sleeping. You have a severely disabled kiddo who almost died after a medical mistake. People, yeah. Nurses are so important, and it's so critical that they look after themselves. Just another reason that Emily should not have had Amber in her living environment. But you know how I feel about the whole kids situation as well. And now it kind of sounds like she actually had her child around Amber. And I don't know how you all feel about this, because obviously after a parental separation, or maybe there was no second parent in the picture in the first place, of course a parent has a right to a dating life. I'm not at all saying that. But as a child of a situation that was very, very rushed, and I mean, I met my mother's girlfriend once before we were, or maybe twice before we all moved in together. It's horrible, and it never works well in that scenario. I really think that a certain amount of time needs to be left before the child is even meeting the romantic interest, and then it needs to be a gradual thing. Bringing any child around Amber under any situation, everyone ringing a shame. Yes, shame. Oh, little croissant, thank you so much for joining for 2 months. Keep your kids out of your dating life. You judge Emily very harshly. I agree, and especially because it's a weird situation anyway, because clearly she was in love with Colleen. Like, it seems like deeply. Do with that what you will. And then so quickly getting involved with Amber, where it's clearly just predilection territory. That, I don't think a child should be involved in that. That's like sexual motivation only. Plus, how confusing for the children if she just lost her part. Yes, exactly. Did you see that there's been a lot of drama about the finance guy you were watching the other day? He seems like a horrible person. Never managed to watch your whole stream. No, I was just really reacting to the guest more so than him. I have heard that there's some drama around him. I am not at all surprised. There's actually a few things going on, so I'm not sure what you're talking about, Chuck. There's a few. It's bad. I'm not surprised though. He's questionable at best. Yay, Condor caught a stream. You did. Yeah, don't involve your kids in random hookups. No. If you're putting your utterly non-traditional sex life online, it's not a responsible parent. No, it's not. No, because all I can think about is that kid, even if they're not experiencing anything right now, the internet is a very long-lived entity. And I just, it's hard enough being a kid and growing up, and just adding this to it, awful. He was called out for talking to minors. Charming. With D'Angelo. Yes, I haven't looked into the D'Angelo one yet. Isn't it funny? He's got like 3 or 4 different things going on at the moment, all drama surrounding him. Maybe I need to add him to my my analysis list, not his guests. But yeah, let's keep going.
about how you're allowed to talk about your abuse because it's your story, right?
They
Right.
talk about their abuse.
So-
Did she take
Well,
them
if you
down?
let me finish. So
restrict
Amber
them?
can talk about her abuse because it's her story, but Beck.
Okay, I've got the play thing. I don't want to put my Instagram on the main screen just because I don't want to accidentally dox anyone that's been talking to me. But this was the clip.
I also have hundreds of screenshots of people saying they are going to contact my job because of what Amberlynn was saying, or saying that I shouldn't be a nurse, and like believing every fucking lie that she said. And like, she did the same thing with Casey when Casey outed her abuse. And now she's doing the same thing to me, but just in a different way. And anything to avoid taking accountability, and it's truly sick. And it's like, if people are truly believing that, it's like, she has nothing to back it up. She's clearly unhinged. She's clearly changed her story about everything else like 60 times now. This is just awful.
Thank you so much, Kat, for sending that through. So yeah, that was the leaked. We don't know where it came from. But like, here's the thing. I don't think what is being claimed is so outlandish that it's unbelievable. But if that's true, and you have dated someone that is actively trying to destroy your career, why the cluck would you keep going back to them? This is not your normal sort of, because I know that, you know, when somebody has experienced DV, it's not a correct thing to say, why didn't they just leave? Because there's layers of ignorance within that subject. But what we are talking about here is somebody who is equally involved in the DV, as in the perpetrating, and they're not living together. They don't have any assets together. They live in different states. Why would you continue to invite that toxic person into your life over and over and over? And that's why I question Emily at every turn, because really we're just dealing with somebody who is as bad as Amber at this point. Both of them are perpetrators, both of them are victims in their own little way. Those recorded phone calls of sorry me stories from Emily feel very performative. I agree. I just, yeah. Neither one of them. I don't believe either of them. Everybody sucks here. You have sympathy, addicted to chaos. DV survivor here. Emily is putting Amber before her own child. I do understand, believe me, coming from the family that I did, I understand people loving the drama, people loving the chaos. I've seen that play out, I really do. But at a certain point, we do need to put the onus back on the adult in this situation. As a mother, she doesn't get this luxury. Her child has to come first. You're going to lurk for a bit. Get some dishes done. I love that, Nutty. Go ahead. Exactly, when you're a parent, your kid should come first. End of. Apparently, Emily is very disliked in her specific community. I'm not surprised. And, like, don't get me wrong, Amber's done some really horrible stuff. And I think we have enough kind of evidence from past partners and things like that to say that there's definitely an element of mistreatment going on there. But they've broken up. Emily's been free. Emily likes this. Oh, we've got a bot on the Twitch. Oh, good, and I can't get rid of it from here. Charming. Both as bad as each other. Yeah. No one comes first when your frontal lobe isn't working. They can't put anyone first. It's sad. But I mean, these are quote unquote mature women. I don't think we can blame the frontal lobe. But for some manner of trauma, some people, that's true, French. Some people aren't happy if there's no drama. And you know, I cannot fathom. I think life innately brings plenty of drama. You don't need to go looking for it. Be gone, bot. I'll have to go into the actual Twitch chat. I'll get rid of it.
Can't talk about her abuse, even though it's her story.
So you're
about it.
misgendering. First of all, you're misgendering.
I said Beck.
Oh.
I said
You
Beck.
said her 3 times.
They.
Amber's like 3 times. She's so happy that Milky finally fucked something up.
So, they can say whatever they want.
Chancer Benton 4,745 super chatted $20. Amber Dare, show Twinkie's nails.
Amber is fat.
Well, Amber doesn't do it, so that's low-key a scam, because the person donated having been told that for a $20 dare, they would do the dare or drink, and Amber doesn't drink and she doesn't do the dare, so...
So back to what we were saying. What were you asking me?
I was asking, why is it
You're
okay
so
for you to...
ableist. It's kind of cute.
I'm only cunt ableist. I don't like cunts. So I was just saying,
So
why
you
is it okay for you to
yourself.
Why is it... Oh, you got me. Why is it okay for you to share your abuse story, but Beck can't?
Okay, so like I've said, Beck can say whatever they want, but I'm here to say what's
Beck
true.
can say whatever they want, right?
I've already said that 100 times over.
Or they
Perfect, thank
did.
you.
But what
Thank
I'm
you,
here to
perfect.
do is I'm here to clarify
Perfect.
what is exaggerated, what is truth, and what is lies.
Except that she's never actually exaggerated that. All she's done is say, oh, some of what Beck said was true, some of it wasn't, some was exaggerated. But she's never actually specified which things were and were not true. The only thing that she's definitely said isn't true is her claiming about the timeline of the wiping, which Amber herself has lied about. She said it was a couple of weeks that Beck wiped her for, and then she said it was 9 months. So she's lied herself about that. Beck's story is far more credible than hers. Next.
Beck is not 100% good, and that's
Never
where
said they
you-
were. I don't like Beck. I don't like Beck. I never said they were.
Now, why do you believe every word they say?
Why do you
I don't
not
believe
like
every word they
that?
say.
You do.
I don't know them. I don't care.
You obviously
Amber
don't
is
know.
fat.
You hate Rachel talking about Beck. I hate Rachel talking. I hate everything about her being still in this world. It's so weird. You reported the bot, thank you, Neo. I just banned it. It's fine. I just can't do it in the streaming software the way I've got it set up, so I had to go into the back end. Peace is overrated. It so is. When did it become okay for people to make their face shiny? You might be giving away your age there, Isabel. I agree, though. Rachel, Emily went back to Amber and lied. We can't trust her. Also, Rachel, but Emily told me this, so we know it's true. A perfect summation, mother of Backens.
Kill the cat.
I can believe someone's a victim and not like them.
At Amber
I don't have to like
Linsting
them.
So I'm going to pause because the super chat's annoying and I'm going to cut it out. I think what Milky's saying here is I can believe that somebody's a victim and not like them. And that's really important. Just because you believe what somebody said about their experience of being victimized by Amber doesn't mean you like them and that you believe everything they say. But Amber's not capable of seeing the grey area.
is super chatted $19.99. Milky, ask Amber about the time where she compared PDFS and gay love.
Here, I've already talked about it literally on
Oh,
this
she's
live
talked about
stream.
it. It's okay. She's talked
Literally,
about
I
it. It's
think it was-
fine.
Well, okay.
Yeah, I mean, Milky's right here. Just because Amber's covered something and talked about it doesn't make it fine at all. But there are more recent things that you could push her on, you know, that I think will be more important to cover.
Bummer.
I think it was the
She
first
talked
live stream
about
I
it.
did. that
Well,
I
yeah,
talked
no,
about it.
like
She talked about
like
it.
Milky, we've already established
fine.
like people can like
Oh yeah, no,
make-
we've established it. It's fine.
yeah, and
Well, but Milky,
Yeah.
Milky,
Yes.
imagine you did something. That what they just mentioned actually was when I was 21. I'm 35 now. Okay.
You kind of reckon... Also, hello, Gil. Hi. I haven't seen you in here before. Welcome. You kind of reckon Emily is with ALR because she's hoping to earn some money from it. I think that's part of it. I actually think that Emily is, I think she likes being part of the attention of it, you know, getting swept up in the whole like crosshairs of it. And why I think that is because I think it would be so easy if Emily made her own YouTube channel and then just started spilling everything. She would rake in the money, but she hasn't done that. Because I think that would ultimately cut off things with Amber. I really think her primary currency in this is attention for whatever reason. Like, it's weird. I don't get it, but there's lots of things I don't get about her. So, you know, who am I to judge? Milky. Oh, is that an accent? Like, for my US nuggets, is that anywhere in the country, is that an accent to say Milky, or is this just Amber being Amber? You keep being shocked that Amber is a year younger than you. Her behavior is so teenager-like. It really is. She operates very heavily on a, like, somewhere 14 to 16. Oh, pronounced Jill. Okay, gotcha. Also a fellow Aussie. Love it. From Sydney originally, now living in the UK. Also, good point with your own channel. Emily is a sadist. Or something like it. Spilling everything would out her into a bad position. Her job, her kid. She can't call Amber out without saying how bad the situation was. And from my understanding, the kid largely lives with the father. It is fully Arrested Development. That's why I cover them. That's my thing. She speaks like she has a chew in her mouth. You think it's common in the Midwest? I wonder if it was when she was picking up her accent from Beck? If it's a hangover from that? Father has full custody. It seems like, at least, if not full, heavily slanted in that direction. For sure. And I would love to know what he thinks about this. Like, does he know how bad this is? How far? How public? If I were that father, I would be wanting to do everything I could to protect my child from this.
Okay. So imagine you did something 14 years ago and you've already learned from it. You think it wasn't a good joke. It wasn't a good.
How did you
edgy
learn
thing to
from
say.
it? What did you? How did you learn from it?
Let her finish. Let her finish.
Amber is fat.
Okay, so this super chat comes in and ruins this conversation yet again, but Milky says, well, how did you learn from it? Giving Amber an opportunity to say, well, I learned this, and I saw this, and this is what made me realise it wasn't right, da-da-da. She doesn't say any of that because the super chat fucking ruins it, which I'm about to cut out.
Did you mean, you just showed it. I'm a strong fucking bitch. And
Yeah. No,
You're
like
crying about it.
people can make mistakes in their past and
handle
grow from
it,
them,
I'd get
become
offline.
stronger, and stay online. Like I mean, this is her career.
wouldn't
Like, you know,
though.
she's a
If
YouTuber.
I really couldn't handle
You're
it.
saying it's better to
Well,
get offline.
she
and-
clearly
and
can handle it, though,
run
'cause
from
she's
for
here
my
right
own
now.
mental health, yeah.
But she
I put
can
my
handle
mental
it.
and physical.
Hold on.
Do we have receipts on that, Veronica? I found a few things you just said interesting. Emily pays child support. The father's girlfriend said he didn't want his daughter around Amber. Yes, he knows. Do we have receipts? Do we have proof? Like, for realsies proof? I haven't heard this before. Not me doubting you. Before I speak on it, I want to make sure. Because that adds up. It was on Geordie's live stream. Yes, unfortunately, though, I don't know that we can always use everything that Geordie presents as proof either. Again, no shade on Geordie. It's just that he's there for the drama and the tea. And sometimes, not to say he's lying, but sometimes things are used as quote unquote evidence that are not actually evidence, or at least not in my book. So whether or not that's, yeah, I'm a little grey on that. Any single parent worth a darn. I love your language. as going at least Google their co-parents' new relationship. I agree. It's likely court records of them needing to pay child support. Alexis also said that Amber said she didn't want to be a stepmom to her daughter. Yeah, we also need to take what Alexis says with a grain of salt. Everybody sucks in this situation, just every single one. Good news, Twitch just emailed you and said they banned the bot. Nice, Neo. So, it would be an interesting delve into the court records though, wouldn't it? See what went down. You have to take everything with a grain of salt. That's so true, isn't it? I like to, when we can't prove things, because obviously a lot of this we can't prove, weigh up what makes the most sense. And a lot of what Veronica just said does make sense. But I don't want to repeat it as fact. Oh, vintage camera girl. Geordie is a creepy creep. I don't know. He keeps having friends just happen to show up around the girls in real life. He's in it for the tea, and he's upfront about that. And regardless, even though his ethics don't match my ethics, I'm not going to judge him for that. It's at least he's being authentically him, unlike some other people. I saw on Reddit that Emily's ex-hubby is also morbidly obese. There are pics on the farms. Yes, Kat, I've apparently he was into wrestling. But yes, can confirm. Oh, there you go. Veronica just backed me up there. I've seen those photos though. Unfortunately, I don't love the farms either, but it is a very good source of research, so I use it for that. You're late to the party, Mr. Snowflake is the reason you found Girl World 2. And you do not forgive him. Vera should do a karma analysis on Amber? What is karma? What is a karma analysis? Thank you so much, Southern Benita. I appreciate you supporting over on Twitch. Thank you.
Sorry, there's 3 people talking right now. This is so badly managed. This show is trash.
Everybody's pause. She obviously can't handle it because she's up here answering your questions. So you're saying, oh, well, she can't handle it. She's right here.
Well, I just put my physical mental health first. That's what I'm saying.
Everybody's different.
That's
Some
what
of
I
us
would
are
do.
fucking crazy.
Yeah, everyone's. People don't put it first. You're so right.
People who dedicate themselves to one person or 2 people, they're not happy individuals.
That's not true. They're just making content that people want to see. There's an audience for it. They want to make it. They're expressing their creativity. They've got something to say, so they say it. Amber does exactly the same thing. She talks about herself only, which is arguably worse.
Definitely, I'm miserable.
Oh, the smugness. The smugness, my nuggets. Thank you so much for following on Twitch, Southern Benita. I appreciate that. Oh, no, wait. No, you subbed with your Prime. Thank you. That is very generous. I appreciate that. Thank you. Welcome to the clucking crew. Rachel there, though. No. Just no. This all would have been fine if she hadn't have floated to get the tea. Now it's weird. Inab is cool. I watch Inab. I like him. Just when you think Loghow Boss can't get any worse, you get Rachel reacting to it. And me reacting to Rachel. Geordie's in it for the money and the tea, and he tells you straight up that he is. Yes, I can respect that. I watch sometimes, but not a Geordie superfan, just a watcher. I'm kind of with you there, Mary. I use Geordie as my keeping up to date with things that I don't want to watch directly. and I find he makes it at least palatable. But yeah, I'm not a super fan, but do watch the stuff. It's also breaking TOS. You're not meant to make more than 3 dedicated videos of someone in a row, but Rachel obviously doesn't know about that. Now, interestingly, Vintage Camera Girl, I've actually heard that before too. I've heard that covering only one person breaks TOS, and things like that. I actually haven't found that in the policies. They do cover that you aren't allowed to bully other creators, which perhaps having a dedicated channel just to one person could be interpreted as bullying them. But unless you found that somewhere in the policies, I'd be really interested to read that. I can't find it, or haven't been able to find it. Not that their policies are that well laid out. For me, though, personally, I feel uncomfortable if I were to just cover one person. It feels a little, I don't know. It doesn't sit right with me. Colleen was on Dr. Oz. Yeah. Seeking help. I saw that.
I'm miserable.
I can see it, honey.
I am.
You worry too much about me and too much.
She's so dumb. I'm sorry, but Amber is so dumb. She's not getting Milky's sarcasm. It's quite funny.
About Feudy. Start worrying about yourself.
So why should I believe you when you're a lone liar?
So what that is a bunch of rumors.
Okay, how about the fact from your mouth?
It's not. She is a known liar. There's a provable... Mr. Snowflake has, I believe, a 7-part series of just her lies where he shows the proof of all of the lies. So yeah, she's an absolutely known liar. It's not a bunch of rumours. It's absolutely the truth. And the fact that when she's asked now, in the present day, why should I believe you? You're a known liar. Instead of saying, yeah, I lied about some things, and these are the things I lied about, and this is why, and I'm sorry, and I apologise then, and I apologise now, and I'm going to move on. She just goes, oh no, it's all a bunch of rumours. So she doesn't take any accountability for any of her lies, even the ones that she has admitted to. Great.
Rachel, we should not be talking about taking accountability. We really shouldn't. And what Rachel did, the order in which she, revealed that she had been offering to pay Emily for the tea, that was a lie by omission. She only came out about that because she knew she was about to get caught. Hi, Smoky Waffles. Hello. Thank you for joining the chat. What about you, Rachel? Projection. Apologies. Accountability. Rachel. Yeah. And while I don't think that Rachel is as bad of a liar as Amberlynn, I mean, not many people are on Amberlynn's level. She's definitely done the same thing. It's the little uncomfortable laugh. Yeah. Do you think ultimately Rachel does actually have insight as to how she's coming across and is shy about it? Bo Bay, thank you so much for joining for 2 months. Hello. So glad you caught us. Because the hair touching, the self-soothing, we might say that she knows that she's being a joke. Right? We might say that. I don't know. But something interesting about hopefully I'm logged in. Something interesting about Rachel though is she did a cluster of videos over 2 weeks, and now she's gone a little bit quiet. I wonder if she had some time off from her day job to actually make a bunch of videos and was just giving it the best shot she could in that time. No shame, no self-awareness. That's what makes me so uncomfortable. She truly thinks she's winning over Amber. I mean, it would be just another similarity, wouldn't it, between the two of them?
How about proof of your lies? You did hundreds of vlogs in 2019 saying that I just got out of the shower, here's me out of the shower. And then years
So
later
we're
said
going.
you,
We're
and then
Let her
years
finish,
later,
let her finish.
years later, let me finish. Years later, you said you didn't shower for the entirety of 2019. Does that not make you a liar? Yes or no?
Amber is
At lol Keemstar super chatted $20. You say we can't talk about things from 3 years ago, and we can't talk about accusations from your current girlfriend because
point.
it's off limits. Is everything
Great
off
point.
limits until it's old enough to be dismissed as the past?
I mean, this is some of the best. That's such a good.
Bobay, thank you so much. I used to love Geordie, but it got a little too mean. I'm so glad I found your channel because this is more your vibe. Oh, thank you. He is definitely One Direction over there. But some people love it. That's okay. Yeah, some of it does cross a line, but YouTube keeps pulling him into line. What makes me laugh about Geordie though, because obviously he's actually being himself, which is my primary, measure of people, and so I'm not going to judge him for that. But what's funny to me is he will say things that are absolutely crossing the line and then wonder why he's gotten strikes, even though in the policies it actually cites his exact example, like his exact words. Sir. Geordie is just one of the girls. Just checking if you're following. Thanks so much, Louise. You were waiting for someone who was going to bring more adult conversations, so you love your coop. Oh, I love that French. Something that I really love about the girl world community, though, is that there's something for everybody. And I think that there is absolutely a place for reactors like Geordie. I think that's great for people who want that kind of, like, his stuff is a lot lighter than my stuff, right? So I feel like that definitely has a place. But likewise, I have my place over here. Hello, girl, please. Hi. How are you doing today? Oh, girl, please. I was watching some of your videos as a lurker, shamefully, on my private account. I should like go and actually, go in as Vera and do comments and things like that. By the way, everyone, if you're not following Girl, please go head over there. She has an awesome, awesome channel. Pardon my ignorance, but is your accent, are you Jamaican? I was wondering, I was trying to place it, and it's beautiful. I love your voice. The chicken stuff is fun too, yeah. You like watching him as background noise because it feels like gossip? Yes. Yes, you're Jamaican. Oh, it's lovely. I could listen to you read from a clucking phone book, madam. Absolutely beautiful. It's very screamy. You do find the way Amber is so over the top and so vulgar. The sarcastic rising inflection is just the worst. I agree with you, Jill.
Good super chat. The timing of it was very suspicious and not helpful, but the point is very, very true. Yeah.
Here's the deal. I think talking about current relationships is weird. If you want to talk about old shit, we can, but I feel like she's covered. Now, Amber, you want to respond to what her question was?
very open about. We can talk about Beck all day long. It's actually Scooter who doesn't want to anymore.
With respect, I feel like that's...
Okay,
yeah.
but that wasn't my question.
Current
Was
girlfriend, you ain't gonna get in the middle of that. So
I think Amber saying current girlfriend, you're not.
Isabel, I just Twitch has flagged you as a possible ban evader. What the? That is so weird. I've never seen that pop up before. By the way, Twitch and YouTube, because I can see you saying you don't want to miss part of the chat. The chat that it is above my Vera the Chicken, please reference above, is actually a joint chat, and you can see whether it's YouTube or Twitch on the right-hand side, so you can converse to each other. Uh-oh, troublemaker. It's so weird. I don't know why that would pop up. Oh, you used your game stream by accident first. All right, so you left that one and then joined. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Yeah, Twitch thinks you're sus. You can't read that chat on your phone. It's too small. I wonder if I should rearrange my overlay a little bit and maybe put it down the bottom. Yeah, possibly. You are sus.
I'm going to get in the middle of that. I think this might be a point that I started making and then forgot that I was saying earlier in the video. Amber is so terrified of people talking about Emily because Emily is in Amber's ear. This is my opinion, my theory. Emily is in Amber's ear saying, don't talk about me, don't let them talk about me. And Amber is just obedient and agreeing because she's terrified of losing.
Do you think about this, Rachel? Is this something you think about? You think about the dynamics between Emily and Amber, between the person you flirted with and their ex/current girlfriend? You think about that? Oh, you would know, huh, Miss Rachel? This is... I do actually agree with her. I do think that we can kind of tell when Emily and Amber are together because Amber shuts up about her when they're together and then gets very loose-tongued when they're not, or when they're on a hiatus. Rent-free in her mind. Yup. You hate the design of Twitch. It feels more like beta mode. Yeah, it hasn't evolved a lot over time. Chronically online, are your comments being hidden? I don't know. It's possible I can't keep up with all of the comments. It's possible I just didn't see them if I'm not responding to them, but I haven't seen you because normally I try to pay attention to who's in the chat, but that one wasn't hidden at least. You see you? Yeah. Okay, good. No, I'm sorry. I just, unfortunately, I've hit that point where I literally can't read them all. I would love to, but then there would be no video at all. And it's me kind of awkwardly transitioning into being a bit more of a bigger streamer. I apologize. You'd never show yourself on the platform again. Rachel is shameless. Yeah, and like I went through in my videos a whole bunch of scenarios in which I actually think Rachel could have made this work. She's gone and picked the worst option at every turn, like somebody else that we know. And I think she's really trying to force this back into existence, even after she went on one of her videos saying, I want my videos to mean something. I'm paraphrasing. But she sees this as trivial, and yet she went back to this because it's all about the money. Speaking of bigger streamer, very excited about the surprise I have for you. Yes, there is a 10K surprise coming. Two surprises. If I can get it done in time, there will be another one, but it might be delayed. Vera's too big and popular now. Oh, I'm such a famous streamer now. I just can't keep up with you all. Back notes, Rachel.
Her hottest girlfriend ever.
I don't want to get fucked.
And
Me,
I
I don't want to get in
stand
the
by
middle.
that.
You end up dead. You end up dead when you get in the middle.
Oh,
I'm
come
okay.
come on. Let's not do that.
See, that's what we mean. You believe rumors. You know nothing.
It's so funny though because Amber's going, you believe rumors. She perpetuated the fucking rumor.
Oh, no joke. Now I want to know what you think it is. Oh, that's fun for me. Oh, thank you, Vintage Camera Girl. Remember to like the stream if you would, everybody. And check you're subscribed because this mother clucker is stupid close to 10K. Very excitingly close. Now you're going to have to drop 20s to get her attention. How big do I have to be to start expecting reds? It's absurd. It was your song, wasn't it? That intro pushed you over the edge for fame. You don't blame her for wanting money, but don't act like you're on a moral high horse. I agree with you, Mary. And, you know, because everybody needs to survive. And, like, everybody does videos for different motivations. And just doing it for the money is fine. Be honest about that. Be honest about who you are. And don't try to paint this philosophy, level-headed, wise, learned thing over the top. Have to have an egg party to celebrate your 10K. A deviled egg party? Also be transparent about it, yeah. Yes, girl, please. I have the envies. Charlie did mention on her last stream that she would collab with you. Celebrity Vera. Thank you for the money. It's stuck in your head again. It's never left mine. I'm still struggling.
She's the one who got on and talked about fucking chicken nuggets or whatever the hell she talked about. She's the one who called Emily a feeder in her live streams over and fucking over again in her journals. So it's hardly a rumor. She perpetuated it like crazy.
About what happened.
See,
of her wearing her girlfriend like a
her health.
See, there's a difference
Need a picture
between
to know what happened.
there's a difference between like throwing baseless insults and asking questions. Like I'm all here for you throwing.
I asked a
asking
question. She won't answer my
Okay, so
question.
I re-asked the
She won't
question.
answer
Oh,
my
yeah, it
question.
got cut off by the donuts. Like you know.
Sure. You want you go on and on in your vlogs and your live streams. I'm not a liar. Prove to me I'm a liar.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on, let her finish.
I remember the question.
Okay.
I remember the question. It was from 2019.
No,
Alright,
let
so
me
I haven't
rephrase
seen
the question because you're gonna say it was in the past.
Bitch, no.
Rachel is extremely jealous. One thing, here's what I wonder, and I'd be interested to hear what you all think about this. Rachel is doing better recently, and I do think she's kind of at the cusp of breaking through and starting to gain subscribers again because it's slowing down. The ratios on the videos are much less, so people are moving on and wanting to get past it all. Do you think that because she's getting, like, the views are better than they were, this one's had 18,000 in 9 days, that's good, but not compared to what she was getting before all of this went down. It's probably a fifth or maybe even a sixth of what she was getting. Do you think she will persist, or do you think she's going to get pouty about the fact that she's not earning the thousands of dollars like she was and lose interest? Vera, you could do brand classes. I've been trying to figure out what to call my viewers, and nothing would be as perfect as your nuggets. Isabel, my secret is that all of this is actually authentic. It just kind of comes naturally. So you are my nuggets, for example, and my chickens are my noodles. This is just me. My branding is me. She will make new mistakes because she can't self-evaluate until someone complains. I agree, Isabel, and that's why we're covering her. I'm just here waiting for the next big mistake. She will cluck up again. Just be patient. I am a patient mother clucker. She will learn to wipe her tears with less notes, maybe coins. They're not as gentle on the skin. Cats say great minds, great minds. Vera, just to let you know, your vids aren't on Twitch for playback. Is that intentional? It actually wasn't. I didn't realize that the setting was turned off. This one should actually be saved. I just changed it a couple of days ago. You think she'll persist, but eventually get pissy about the lack of views and positive feedback as much as she's had before. Yeah, because it was a really big fall. Really big. Just watch how she talks about Emily and what she told her. Like, we're supposed to believe she's so transparent. Yes. Yes.
My point is, I'm gonna fucking answer what you asked. Don't rephrase it.
She's so angry. Look how angry she is. God forbid somebody actually holds her accountable. She's a fucking raging narcissist. My God, it's so obvious when you watch this.
Answer what you asked. 2019, I don't think a lot of people would admit that they're immobile. And I had every right not to share that. Every right. Again, 7 years ago.
I agree that Amber had a right not to share that she was immobile. If she didn't want to share it, I can understand the argument of that's nobody's business, I don't choose to monetize that, I don't want that on my channel, I'm not going to talk about it. Fine. The problem is that she didn't have to say, I just got out of the shower. She spent the whole year trying to mislead her audience into thinking she was showering when she wasn't. That is the problem. That is the lie. She could have just said nothing, but she didn't. She didn't want to admit the truth of the situation she was in, and she lied about it. So Milky is right. That is something that Amber did lie about, for sure.
Next.
But you lied. Yes.
Next.
But you lied, yes.
Well, okay, so when I admitted
you lied,
that I lied about that, about
So
my
you
immobility,
lied.
because that's no one's business.
So
That's
you're a liar.
nobody's.
Let her
Oh my
finish.
God.
Let her finish.
So-
Come on, let's let her finish.
So you think in black and white. You don't think in gray areas.
No, I just think.
Clumpy Space Princess at Super Chat at $20.
Hey, I said pause. Her giggles and raging because they're so fake. I actually think she's incredibly unconscious and I can't speak. Sack me. I'm a useless streamer. I think she's extremely self-conscious about everything. If you watch her, like don't watch the LCU bit, watch Rachel. Everything she does, she's like posing for the camera. Everything is so self-aware. All of it, all of the movements. It's fascinating to watch.
ALR tell lol cow about your viewpoints on Helen Keller, smiley face emoji.
Oh, we'll get back to that. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. We will get back to that. I'm writing that down. What the fuck?
So look at the laughing, and the two of them are like, ha 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 ha. Amber said all that ignorant shit about Helen Keller. And it's like, ha, so funny. They've obviously discussed that that's going to come up in one of the future episodes, right? Definitely.
At La Habria has spoken super chatted $20. What has Amber done to change? She didn't just wish cancer on Boogie. She wished cancer on a donor on this show by telling them she wished they were a raglan bleed, which was a symptom of her cancer. She's an incel as well. At Fishing While Driving the Boslow super chatted $19.99. Don't listen to them, Milky. We have been watching this horrible sham of a show for weeks waiting for something good to happen. Finally,
I didn't get the script
get her
either.
Milky.
Amber is fat.
I mean, this is one of those few episodes where they're actually having loads of donations because Milky's here, and this is finally a very, I would say, interesting, for a given value of interesting, show. And it's taken bringing somebody on who actually pushes Amber for it to finally be a successful show. So it just shows that the glazing and the bullshit doesn't fucking work.
I'm like sitting here with my hand under my chin the way she's been sitting the whole video, and it's like very, I don't know, I almost wonder if she's feeling self-conscious about something around her neck and she's instinctively wanting to hide it, or perhaps that could be interpreted as a defensive posture. I'm not sure. It's interesting to watch it play out. Rachel is constantly like hair flipping on these on these gardening tools. French, her new chin, you went there. For shame. We got the shame bell. Shame. Performative. Preformative? Performative.
I want them to get more people on. I want them to get like other people on, other reactors who will have, well, not that any of them would.
Are you all cool if I move to the next video? Because this is like Amber's a liar. Yeah. Yeah. Shame. I don't care. You can shut this chicken up. You think Rachel wanted to be a big cheese in the secret Discord and they clocked her and leaked her real personality? I think that is on point, Darcy. I really do. Yeah. Yeah, let's do the next. So this one is going to be her most recent video. And it has not done as well. And it's entitled, It's All About Her. Amberlynn Reid is the main character.
Hello, in my last video we discussed Milky Chai's appearance on Lolcow.
Oh, that's right. I always forget to speed her up too. That would help. Don't be shy to remind me to do this stuff. I can't believe I forgot. You don't know if this question is allowed, but why is she so shiny? All questions are allowed. I'm just sassing you. Generally speaking, I won't talk about somebody's appearance, but if you've all want to, you can. I don't care. I'm just gonna sass you for it. Rachel dressing sexy for Emily. Mm-hmm. Showing the shoulders.
Bus and how interesting and I think successful it was having a reactor on the channel. What I didn't know was that the following episode they were going to announce that Sweet Tea, who is the other co-host along with Amber and Scooter, is allegedly fired and that they don't feel that she's a good fit for the show anymore. I think what that really means is Keemstar saw how much more engagement there was and how much more successful the show was when there wasn't somebody glazing Amber. And as much as Sweet Tea seems like a perfectly nice enough person, she clearly has been up Amber's arse, and I'm not sure if she was told to be that way. I thought that she had been instructed to play that role, but based on the most recent episode of Lolcow Bus, it seems like maybe that isn't the case and it was her choice to be that way. I really don't know. I don't think any of it is real, but what I do know is that we can certainly watch it and try and work it out. The live stream got taken down afterwards because Sweet Tea flashed.
You think she's trying to look more clean girl to look more put together than Amber and seems like she's unbothered? I think that's probably that rings true to me, Atlas, because all this look started after everything went down. Before that, she was doing her more eccentric makeup looks. So, less goth. We don't like less goth around here. We like more goth. Ozempic? I don't know, maybe. Who was that? Atlas, thank you so much for following on Twitch. Welcome. Maybe appear more credible to her viewers. Yeah, I could see that. If she's trying to, like, rebrand in a way, that could be a tactic. More goth, please. Yes, always more goth. She has such lovely pale skin too. When she wears the really big, dark, bold red colors, it's lovely. Leaves excess skin in the neck and chin area. That's that you have a way with words, Isabel. Thank you for that visual.
Bashed her entire upstairs area. I've seen it. It was really quite funny. I don't know what the hell she was thinking, but that stream got taken down. Luckily for us, Apathetic Facts has come in clutch as always and done a cut. So we're going to watch this cut together and have a chat about this.
Don't ever be sorry. Keep being you.
Fill this role, this open role, how real or fake it might be, and all of that. So let's get into it. I'm going to go ahead and cut the intro, so we'll start straight out with Apathetic's thoughts and just go from there.
Back. So, Sweet Tea is gone. She's been fired from Bus. And let's be real for a second. Nobody's upset.
Hey, wait. Now we're watching LCU, watched by Apathetic Facts, watched by Rachel, watched by Vera. Vera, how are the chickens? You haven't heard them? Not once all stream. They were crowing earlier. They're doing very well. I need to do a snack crew recording this afternoon. So a little story time, just a tiny bit. So you know how last week in my stream, if you were here, I was talking about how Tay-Tay had bumbles in his feet and he needed to have special boy spa time to treat them. Well, his bumbles have healed now. I successfully got rid of them. And he is pissed that his special boy spa time has finished. So now I'm doing fake special boy spa time and putting him in an empty bucket, so no water, and putting the towel over him, and it makes him happy. Because, I don't know, Tay-Tay. Yeah, so Gorl, please. The chickens can get injuries in their feet called bumbles, which is kind of a staph infection, but it creates like a really hard core in their foot and causes pain and can eventually infect the bone if it's left to go too long. So the treatment for that is daily Epsom salt foot spa baths for 15 to 20 minutes. And he loved it. He loved it so much that he chucked a pout when I didn't do it. Like a big pout. So yeah, that's my Tay-Tay story time.
Sweet Tea wasn't holding Amber accountable. She was deflecting, defending, glazing, sweeping, the whole routine, every single night.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely true. Sweet Tea wasn't bringing any kind of criticism. I think that at least earlier in the show, she was pushing Amber a little bit more, but she seemed very, very quick to just forgive and forget. I don't know how legit her reactions have been. I don't know if she was told to do that or if she really felt that way, if she really believed Amber. I really don't know. But what I do know is that as a host and as somebody who was meant to be contributing to the vibes and the conversation, I just don't think she brought a huge amount of character or tension or drama to the show. And although she seems like a perfectly nice lady, although I know nothing about her history, she certainly wasn't giving the people what they want and need.
It was becoming unwatchable. And once it became obvious that the audience responds when Amber is actually challenged, not coddled, the dynamic changed real.
Sorry, all of the replay nuggets, but I'm now responding to chicken comments. You would too. What do you mean no foot spa? It turns out, yeah, it's not the water he likes. Basically what he likes is me having him in front of me while I'm sitting on a little crate next to him and placing the towel over his wings and then giving him his affirmations. He needs his positive affirmations. See, he's actually the king rooster. He makes it his business to like make sure all of the coops are safe and everybody's doing what they're supposed to and that there's no girls out on their own. And so you can cluck, you're adopting. Girl, please, you're welcome in the flock. So he needs his kingly affirmations. This is a giant rooster. He is so big and he's so deadly. But he sits there and he makes these little noises and Girl, please, I'm in Australia. There's not much cold about Australia. Who's the best boy? He does such a good job. You need to see the chicken affirmations. He is a very good boy. He's just opinionated. Neo on Twitch is like so dramatic.
Fast.
Yeah, that's so true. I mean, if you just look at that, like, Apathetics highlighted this, I didn't even notice. On 30,000 views, it has 1,000 comments. As a percentage, that's pretty good. People are clearly far more engaged and have a lot more to say when Amber is not being glazed and when she is being pushed, which makes sense, because that's why the entire reaction community has happened around her, because there is just so much to check her on and test her on, because she is so questionable and lies so much. There's just so much there to work with. So it's a waste if you don't have someone on there who's making the most of the opportunity to talk to her. And
10 not sleeping. Vera, you open this box and now you need to share the contents. What do you want to know? I am an open book. The king has a right to be demanding. Oh, Veronica, thank you so much for the super chat. Very, very generous of you. There's a part in this where Amber calls Rachel ugly, and Rachel says that's not what your girlfriend said. Oh my gosh. Are you serious? Would you perhaps know the timestamp? I could probably look it up in the transcript. Wow. I need to see that. There is. Jill confirms. I'll try and pay attention. Let me know a timestamp if you've got it. You need to see sweet, spoiled Tay-Tay. Oh, well, actually, Tay-Tay's going to be part of the snack crew, so I'll try and theme it to that for you because he's already had an introduction. 20 minutes in. Okay, we should get there. That's good. Okay. I'll keep going. Shut up, Vera.
Pull her on her shit, I think.
Ability brings views, and that's what Keem is after. So no, this isn't some shocking firing. Keem follows engagement, the audience wants pushback, and Amber only works on this show when someone isn't sweeping for her nonstop. And honestly, I'm fine with that. If people are finally calling her out on her lies and contradictions, I don't really care who gets cut in the process. Quick note, this livestream no longer exists on their channel. Draw whatever conclusions you want from that.
What's up? Where's Sweet Tea?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I mean, it's fake. Like, where's Sweet Tea? They know where Sweet Tea is. They've already been told. It's just weird.
I'm depressed.
I know. I've had this discussion with Keem like twice now, and he wasn't sure if Sweet Tea would be the right fit for this show or not. But, he just didn't feel like the dynamic was right. Here's the thing about Sweet Tea. A lot of you have not seen her before now, with a lot of new people in this audience. If there was anybody out of the three of us that was going to go from this show, she would have not have been my guest. But, that's the world we live in.
I think she totally is the obvious person to.
I just put together something that Keem executed. So, this new person that they've picked on LCU, on LC Bus, I should say. What's her name? Fupa Cheese. So, in her, quote unquote auditions, she was presenting quite a different person. And now all of a sudden she's in and she is fully raging, Amber level raging at Amber. And I almost wonder if that was a bit of a bait and switch for Amber, because this is Keem upping the ante the way that I said he would. He's going for a big crash out. That's what he's hoping for. I'm sure of it. Rachel has talked about Amber clucking herself. Oh, also, points for using clucking. I love that, Atlas. But here Rachel is doing it to herself. She is. I've actually wondered where her camera, her video is, because she does seem to look in one direction a lot. Fupa Cheese, that's her name. I'm not... Oh, Jill. Just call yourself Thrush Girl. Okay, I'm just going to let this play. I'm stepping away very briefly. I'll be back.
To go. Scooter's the only one who can run OBS. Amber certainly can't run it. She can barely edit a video. Sweet Tea can't run it. And I don't think she has the sway or the oomph or the, I suppose the word is authority, to kind of wrangle Amber and the people in the show. Amber only really has ever shown respect to men. She's famously misogynistic. So I think a female antagonist and a male wrangler will probably get the most entertaining show out of Amber, for better or worse. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, I think that's probably just true.
Live in.
Yeah, I actually might cry.
Yeah. Oh, there she is.
I'm emotional. Oh my god, why?
I don't know if this would happen to anyone but me. That, especially since I've been on Live, I've been on Buzz, two of the biggest shows in the universe. To get put on Alpha is a pretty drastic change. Come down nowhere. We've
talked a little bit with Keem where he's like, well, I just don't know if the dynamic's right. But to be honest, when he called me yesterday, that shit caught me out of the blue. I honestly, I feel like we were really starting to get on track. We were starting to figure out.
I mean, I don't agree. I think it was really, really obvious from that previous episode. If you do try and look at it with the show producer's hat on, it was clear there were too many people speaking at once, and anytime Sweet Tea spoke, she just didn't seem to be bringing the right kind of points or the right kind of energy, and she doesn't have the, I don't know what the word is for it, the kind of presence, I suppose, or gravitas, that when she starts speaking, everybody else stops. Milky had these moments where she would be making a point, and she would keep pushing and keep speaking, and everybody else would naturally just stop to make space for what she was saying. I think that that's kind of one of the powerful parts of Milky's character, and they need that in this third person, and I just don't think that Sweet Tea has it. And that's not just trying to be horrible to Sweet Tea. I just don't think that she slots in very nicely in this show. But I do think it's fucked up that she was on a show, they brought in the most hated person on the internet, and suddenly Sweet Tea is expected to just drop down to a far less successful show. I wonder what that means for her financially. I think it's kind of shitty, but then, you know, you're on the LCU. Like, what do you expect? It's not going to be nice. Your boss is literally Keemstar. I don't know if you can expect, like, good treatment. Probably not.
At the dynamic between the three of us, I felt like we had some pretty good episodes, you know, and Doctor, like, he just ripped off the Band-Aid. He did.
Yeah, I've been upset about it. I've been real depressed. I don't know. It's just a huge fucking blow.
Me and Amberlynn could not be more upset about this. You know, I don't know who could even fill your spot on this show. Like,
That's
anyway,
also what I'm a little frustrated about, is because they don't. If they had somebody special in mind, especially like, you know, like a big YouTuber or somebody that's already like interning that they thought could do it, that'd be one thing. But they don't have any.
I'm just going to pause for a second. We'll come back to who they've got lined up.
I know, I am disappointed that it wasn't Rachel that went on LC Bus. I can't see her getting behind the, like, screaming and all of that. I don't think that's her vibe, but I would love to see Rachel and Amber in some sort of sustained content together. But this Fupa Cheese chick, no. I can't stand this. It does something to my mind. The monotone screaming, it's like at a certain pitch, and I can't with that. You hear chickens, you do. You hear little Axel, he's crowing. You actually think Rachel would be good on LCU? Yeah, it would be a different vibe. I don't think she would match the, you know, the same thing, but I think it would work. I totally think it would work. Love to see it. You don't think Rachel would allow her to be in a place where she can't completely control? I think that's valid, Isabel. I can tell who it is. They have different voices. Actually, they have different crows. That was Ziggy. Tay-Tay crowed, right? That was Tay-Tay and Axel. Oh no, girl, please, seriously. That was Tay-Tay. You can always derail for chickens in my in my stream. I haven't heard Freddie. But yeah, anyway. No, they all have different voices.
In a minute. But I just want to touch on Amber, because she said a minute ago that she was really upset and that she'd been crying and stuff. I thought that was interesting, because Amber has famously said across the internet, I'm not sure if I'll be able to find clips or what I can find these days, because her channel's been, like, well, privated, but there are clips of Amber saying that she doesn't like being told things directly, and she likes to be coddled and spoken to gently, and that if you speak to her in a firm tone or you express any kind of dominance with her, she reverts, and that she can't handle tough love and being spoken to in a firm manner.
I am not the type of girl.
Bobay. At least it wasn't a different kind of text. Chickens. I know this community is mostly cats and dog lovers, but if I were to ever have pets, it'd be birds. I have been amazed, because previously I've only had dogs and cats as well. I have been amazed how much companionship and cuddling and everything that you get from cats and dogs, chickens can offer, especially the roosters, very close to having dogs. No, French, you absolutely can cuddle them. And that was my argument first too. I wanted a pet that I could cuddle. No, you can cuddle chickens. They love it. If you look at the end of, hang on, I gotta find it. I gotta show you now. I'm sorry. We're sidetracking. It's happening. What am I trying to do? My snack crew. November, this one. Look. As far as I know, her health goals and out of the danger zone, Stevie girl. This Stevie. Is my cuddliest 10. She's not part of the snack crew today, but I thought you might like to see that. Cuddly. And don't forget to head over to Patreon if you want to join the fun. Right? Cuddly. She is a very cuddly girl. Yesterday I went in to sit down to spend time with Ziggy because he's still quite angsty, especially at certain times of the year. And she just jumped straight up onto my lap and went to sleep. Vera, since you refuse to catch viewers, a cassowary will settle for a shoe bill. Are you trying to unalive me? Pigeons are very affectionate. Your granddad had a coop on the roof. Not legal, but that's so cool. I believe that. Birds are great. Side quest accepted. This is why I'll never finish Skyrim. No regrets. Okay, so you didn't expect to be right about the ChatGPT thing. Did I miss something? But yeah, totally cuddly. That's okay. Side quest over. Off we go.
Girly pop that thinks that tough love is the right answer, because for me, tough love makes me revert and it makes me fail. I am more of a girly pop that needs support and kindness.
So she would, I think, be upset about losing Sweet Tea because she has got somebody in her corner. So I don't think it's so much she's crying because she's worried about Sweet Tea and what's going to happen to her. I think Amber is more sad that she's losing that person who she could rely on to put in a defensive word on her behalf, you know? Based on what we know about Amber, generally, she tends to cry only about things that are going to affect her. So
anybody, like,
Wow, are you serious, Isabel? You did a search on how to be more trustworthy on camera, and she did everything. Could you share a shortlist with us? I would be interested to see. You're a city girl, so no chickens for you. I know a lot of places don't allow roosters because, to be fair, roosters do crow a lot. Hello, MJ. Finally catching a live. 6 p.m. for you. That is a decent time of the day for you, isn't it? Where are you? Are you ahead of me or like way behind? You must be way behind. I'm doing time zones in my head. I'm not very good at it. 2 a.m. for little Dovetail? How the tides have turned now that Scooter is Team Amber. Woohoo, catching her live right after finishing work. I love it, Mary. Oh, Miriam, I should say. There is a Mary in here at the moment. You asked ChatGPT and neutrals, rounded silhouettes, natural fabrics, fewer hard edges, lighter makeup, hair worn naturally. Oh boy, fewer statement accessories. That's true, she is doing that too. Seated instead of looming, which she always did, and shoulders relaxed. Interesting. Also, soft eye contact and showing your hands. Very interesting. East Coast, US. Very cool. People around you have gotten roosters. They sing the songs of their people really loud. Afternoon. Yeah, I know a lot of people. Oh, it's 9 p.m. for you, Neo. Wow. Okay, so this is actually a decent time for a lot of people. I know that a lot of people think roosters only crow in the morning when it dawns. No. They crow for so many different reasons. So many. Including, I'm excited to see you.
they're wanting to do tryouts. Doesn't make much sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I just remember I was going to say Sweet Tea is upset because they don't have anyone lined up and they're going to do tryouts. There was a post, I think, in the LCU, I think it might be shown in this video, where Keemstar says they're basically going to run like trials, I guess like an interview process or a kind of audition process to have a bunch of people come on the show and then pick the best person. The problem is, I just don't think that anybody who knows the law well enough would want to come on the show. Then again, I do know some people who have incredible knowledge of the girl world generally, but also the Amber law, who aren't public figures or don't have channels, but they know what they're fucking talking about. So maybe they wouldn't mind a person who doesn't have a following in girl world, but who would still be brilliant at effectively calling Amber out. They might get the odd person who pops on to have a dig, but I don't think they're going to get a reliable, committed host, because everybody who is a reactor already has their own platform, so they're not going to put themselves in the LCU on a permanent basis. I highly doubt it. Anyway, I might be wrong. I guess we'll have to see.
So it's really funny. I was watching Charlie Gold's live yesterday, and Charlie was saying that Fupa Cheese sounded really familiar, and I'm sitting there thinking, yeah, she sounds familiar because she's sent you super chats before. She has. She's been active in that community. But Charlie remembered her for something else. But that is a reactor. She was a reactor. Isabel, are you talking about me? Your name means duck? your first work from home job, they let you go because you lived in the countryside with lots of roosters. Every time you're on call, they'd be active in the background. Oh, gotcha. Not me. Not me. But yes, really, girl, please. But I don't think Charlie has remembered that, which is totally understandable because like there's a lot going on in live. She wouldn't remember every single name that she has said, but I knew that name from Charlie's stream. I don't think she is trolling them. I don't. I think that's just who she is. She wants some money, I guess. You know what, Nuggets? I feel like I say this every stream, but it shouldn't be money at any cost. There is a point where earning money comes at too greater a cost to, even if it's just your soul. You know? Is the LCU worth it? Maybe it's worth it for some people.
I don't even know what to say. I'm just sad about it.
I was gonna.
I love the way Athletics just cut in to Amber, like, I'm so sad. And Scooty goes, God, yeah. I don't know, man. I mean, I'm a hate. Am I a hater? I don't know. I'm a hater. I'm inclined to think that the tears are for attention, but you know, I don't know. I truly don't know. I could be wrong.
Dye my hair pink. I don't know if I should.
Oh no, she laughed. She put her hand up and laughed. Oh my goodness.
Dye my hair pink. I don't.
Yes, there's got to be a point where the ends don't justify the means, and in this case, dollars. That's the thing with every job, with every point of earning money, there is an exchange that happens, and you need to make sure that the exchange is okay with you, and that exchange is not going to be the same for everyone. And sex work, for example, is a really good illustration of that, because there are people where they're absolutely happy to, you know, lend their body over in exchange for money, but there's other people that would be soul destroying. And I think it's amazing when people could do that, like legitimately, not out of desperation, but really genuinely love that work. That's not something that I could do. It's just not. But also, by the same token, I've worked in corporate, and the cost of working in corporate was far too great to my mental and physical health. So the cost was too high for the trade of money, if that makes sense. So I don't know. Look, if you're someone that is fine with totally humiliating yourself on a show like LCU for some cash, well, so be it. You'd rather make $0 and no content than get involved with Keem, Emily, or Amber. You thought about only... I can't say that. Wait. You thought about OF for your feet, but you're too lazy, and that seems like a really big commitment. Corporate is like Girl World and The Office combined. It is. It really is. Hey, Jzilla, you would rather do sex work than the LCU. Oh, I think I might be with you on that. And I think I've actually said, you know, at this point, if Amber's doing this, why not just do like OF content or something similar, you know, whatever the variant, because I think OF doesn't even allow this predilection on it. But like, wouldn't that be cleaner? I think. Hey everyone, it's delightful seeing eggs by so many people's names. I know, my Clucker community is phenomenal. It really is. I'm so grateful to everybody. You've been hearing about Keem on and off for almost 10 years now, and never in a good light. I would never want to get involved with him. No, absolutely not. I agree with that. You worked HR for a morally bankrupt company. Oh, and it literally made you ill. My condolences, clowns. It's awful. But she couldn't act moral, and everyone and above everyone if she did OF. I guess. Yeah, true. But she could say that she's making a lot of money. Okay, now I'm deliberately just trying to put it in everybody's heads. I'm sorry, I'll stop.
I don't know if I should.
This is why you have to watch Amber closely. She's crying and trying to cry, and she goes, haha, like while she's crying. Sorry, that would have fucked up the audio. God, it was fake. It is fake. She's just, I don't know, man. It certainly looked fake in that bit that I just saw.
This isn't good for Amberlyn Reed at all. He mentioned who he, like, well, no, I'm just being honest. He mentioned on Rewind the kind of person he wants to come, and he wants somebody from outside the LCU that knows the lore. Like, dude, anybody that's saying Amberlyn has something to do with this, you don't get it. Like, he's not doing this to bring in somebody, you know, her buddy.
Yeah, I literally even put in the Rewind chat, I hope Roxy tries out. Like, I ain't scared of nobody. Milky, bring it. I don't give a fuck.
They're openly saying they want someone whose job is to push Amber, which is funny because the moment it happens naturally, everything suddenly feels too much.
Very true. I mean, Amber hasn't responded well to being pushed whatsoever on this show, but that's because she gets genuinely upset and genuinely angry, which is what makes the show good. She's not good when she's being fake. She's only entertaining when she's raging and being dramatic, which is exactly what we saw on her own channel. So it's no surprise that that's exactly what Keem has very quickly worked out. She's not entertaining unless she's raging and crying, and that is easily achieved by putting somebody in there who she fucking hates and who dislikes her.
It's not my fault, that's all I'm gonna say, okay?
I was shocked when Amber and Scooter came to me looking to remove Sweet Tea from the show.
Swear to God, don't make me break NDA and post DMs, bitch.
Yeah.
No, I can tell you right now, if anybody wanted me off, it was more Scooter than Amber.
Definitely not me. I like having my bestie in the corner sticking up for me all the time. I need that glaze, okay?
I think that although she's trying to be funny there, I think that's absolutely true, and I do think we are going to see her very quickly descend into madness when she loses that. I also think the moment she gets her monetization back, she will be off the LCU. I don't think she's going to stay, so all of this may be futile anyway. I guess we're just going to have to wait and see.
I don't understand why that's not a good thing to have a good cop and bad cop. Before.
No,
I don't feel like anybody that has ever...
He's wanking, sorry, but she's like...
You think the Rachel comment is coming up? I am paying attention. It's not entertaining though. I find it as stressful. I find it stressful. It's worse than 90s talk shows. I agree with you totally there. I didn't used to watch those 90s talk shows. Just for the same reason. I find it accelerates my heart rate. It's not enjoyable. In your mind, Keem's in the same corner as Onision, and that's never a good place or person to be compared to. I actually think I would rank him worse than Onision because of the level of calculation behind it. I suspect that Keem might actually have some intelligence behind him, and I think he's highly calculated, which worries me. He'd probably love hearing that too.
Bouncing up and down, it looks like she's wanking.
Been on live would ever be put in this predicament but me.
Well, no, and that's what's...
People are saying I ruined Buzz. Like, genuinely, I feel like it's my fault.
Look, no. Listen.
Oh, I'm just being real. Like, I should be the one who's leaving and put me...
Go then. Go on another show. She has all the pull she could possibly need. She's made Keemstar so much money. She's increased the views and attention on the LCU like crazy. The whole Girl World audience, although I think most of them are turning to their favourite reactors, but there are people who are going directly to watch the live stream because they don't want to wait for the edit or they can't be bothered or whatever. Also, I just don't buy these tiers. I really don't, sorry.
Something else, like, I don't get it.
It's either leave or...
Oh, that's what I was saying. Yeah, sorry. She's got pull, so if she didn't want to have Sweet Tea kicked off, if she wanted to go on a different show, she easily could. She just needs to tell Keemstar what she wants and he will fall over himself to give it to her because she's brought life back into various of his shows, I think.
Or just keep on riding this pony. I'm just gonna keep riding it out.
Scooter has carried this show on his back. All you do is kiss AR's butt. Would have been nice to get to know you, but you didn't do anything besides sweep. Good riddance.
Thank you, man.
I don't look.
Listen, I've been here way before Scooter was.
I wish it was us leaving Bus. You know, that's just the way things work out. You know, there's a.
I mean, that's what just happened there, right? Like, Scooter's trying to say something, Sweet Tea tries and speaks over him, then she pauses, then he keeps speaking. There's just a lack of, I don't know if it's respect, I don't know if it's skill. It might be that people just don't do video calls. I mean, these two both do, so I don't know. But it takes a certain amount of skill to pause and wait and listen and know when to speak and when to ask questions to your fellow co-hosts. And I think it's true that Scooter does a lot of the heavy lifting. He's the one who tends to ask questions and push and prod. I think Sweet Tea just sort of reacts, whereas I feel like Scooter gives structure and drives the bus a little bit more.
Does anybody agree with that? I wholeheartedly disagree. I don't think either of them are good at running a show. I think Scooter is being prompted off to the side, or at least has written himself a list and then awkwardly interjects the new question to try and move the conversation on. It's weird.
Literally drives the bus a little bit more.
The technical side behind all this, and you know, Look, Keem's gonna make decisions, and we have to respect that.
You know, if you had given Sweet Tea the ability to shine and not made Jabberlin the entire focus of the show every single night, maybe she wouldn't be going anywhere.
I'm sorry I've been the main focus of the show, but fuck.
Very funny, her laughing at somebody else spelling mistake or using the wrong word. We all know how prolific Amber is when it comes to using the wrong fucking word. Let's not harp on that point though, shall we?
Well, I mean, that's not Amberlin's fault. Look,
I feel more betrayed by Yo Mama. Because he came in during our Shrek episode and was like, oh, Sweet Tea isn't good here and all that.
I'm not gonna lie, I feel like Keem does listen to Yo Mama's advice.
So I don't know who Yo Mama is. I guess I'm pretty sure he's a figure in the LCU, but I've never watched him. I know nothing about him. All I know is that he and Amber were DMing behind his back. But I think that this Yo Mama guy, he did come in and say a bunch of stuff against Sweet Tea. But the thing is, I don't know anything about him, so not me defending him. I'm not defending him at all. Just the one point that he made, that after watching the Shrek episode, the flow was significantly improved by having Milky there. And that was true. And I don't think Sweet Tea brought a lot. And he said that. And that is true. And it's okay to say that, you know, somebody's point is true, even when they're horrible. I know nothing about Your Mama. I've heard that he's like a piece of shit, but I don't know.
Sometimes this isn't the first time, I will say.
Well,
but he said that he decided that I probably wasn't a good fit within the first week.
I learned a long time ago to stop questioning Keem's decisions, even if I don't agree with them. He can see things we.
Oh yeah, why would you question the decisions of the authority above you? Yeah, don't question. How silly.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing though. That's part of Keem's calculated approach. He surrounded himself with people who are lower intelligence, quick to anger, or at least quick to react, and are in a desperate situation and realistically have only this or going to a normie job at hand. And he manipulates that. That's the whole point of all of this. Like you did with your partner and Emily, right? Talking about behind her back. I would be very interested to know how the girlfriend, if she's still around, felt about that. I really would. As I've said before, that kind of conduct would not be acceptable in my marriage, but that's not to say that it wouldn't be acceptable in all relationships. It's Atlas. It's paced like a YouTube Red TV show starring X-Minus.
I think Keemstar's going to make the decisions that he makes regardless of what these people say. The only person who could probably actually sway his opinion is Amber, because she's the only one who is making a significant difference and who has a huge audience that will follow her to whichever platform she's on. We're not watching Lol Cow Bus for Scooter or Sweet Tea. We're watching for Amber. It's pretty obvious, you know.
Rastoff was here. He normally took like a back seat and let Rastoff do whatever he wanted for the show when it was Rastoff on bus with me. But I guess it's Amber.
But it depends if she told her partner or if she did it on the low, but it came out. Surely the girlfriend would know now, right? Unless she doesn't watch the content. I mean, like, that's possible. My husband doesn't watch the content, not through lack of support, but just it's not his scene. So maybe if it's not the girlfriend's scene, you wouldn't feel right about doing that behind your partner's back. No, to me, that is emotional, like, affair territory, for sure. It like, unless the definition of flirting was different to how I define flirting, but the fact that we didn't get receipts makes me question it, and also the fact that there was a smoking video on the table makes me think different. The way she's laid out the scream seems odd. You would put yourself in a circle in the corner if you were commenting on something. Yeah, well, I suppose she's made herself the front of the show, in a sense. Yes, you meant maybe the partner knew she was talking to Emily for tea, or if she got caught red-handed. Yeah, I wonder that too, I really do. You noticed she was wearing a ring on her engagement finger, but that could be just decorative. Yeah, I actually don't wear a wedding ring at all. Doesn't make me any less married. Imagine her girlfriend not watching her content and finding out about it years later or something. It'd be emotional cheating for your relationship, definitely. Or worse, finding out that she got doxxed. Like, there's photos of her on the farms. That would be an awful feeling. Oh, you don't wear yours either. 20 years together. Yeah. Snowflake does do the same sort of layout. Yeah, he does. It's just different vibes for different people.
Amber's here, it's a little different.
Yeah, and like, you know, that's the thing. Like, the show changed forever, basically, whenever she came. Or the LCU has changed forever. You know, it was always going to be a different kind of show.
Sweet Tea can tell the rules are changing, and surprise, it's all in Amber's favor. That's not a coincidence. Amber is the biggest revenue driver this show has ever had.
Not the cow noise. But yeah, it's absolutely true.
Big? Are you calling me big?
Yeah, like, I don't know the future of us. I'm a little scared. But I'm ready. Bring it.
So she is scared. She admits that she is scared then. She goes, I ain't scared of no bitch. I'll talk to anyone. Get whoever you want on this show. I ain't scared. Oh, she is. We saw her on that call with Aunt Tammy. We saw when she gets facts levelled at her and she is systematically questioned and points are made carefully and slowly because she's not clever and she will slip up. If you say to her, for example, Amber, did you write the diaries? Yes or no? It's a yes. Did you lie in the diaries? Yes or no? No. Okay. Do you recall writing X in the diaries? Well, yeah, I guess I wrote that. Okay, you just said that what you wrote in the diaries was true. Therefore, you did claim that you're...
I ruined your food. Thanks a lot, Vera. Just add it to the complaints pile, Creeds. You're fine.
Girlfriend kicked you on November the 4th, even though there is video evidence of you saying that the first kick was November the 17th. So did she kick you on the 4th, or did she kick you on the 17th? Were you lying in the diary, or were you lying in the live stream? Do you know what I mean? It's that kind of thing. But she's stupid, so she will slip up if she's pressed in that manner, which is exactly what Aunt Tammy did. And we all saw how she rocked back and forth and cried and went silent when she was confronted by Aunt Tammy, because she actually isn't a bad bitch. She's actually unintelligent and a huge liar. Sorry. I'm not sorry. Why did I say sorry? That's what I think.
You know, on Bus, like, you were the star of Bus, and with everything, Amber is like, I mean, she's so big, she's got her own gravity, right? So she brought all these detractors and all these fucking people over here, right? You know, she's got all these moons and galaxies circling.
What is Sweet Tea doing? She's like shaking it. Honestly, looks like she's wanking someone off.
Amber Scooter fired Sweet Tea! So Keem and Mama want a show where people fight the entire time? Milk was annoying, we'll miss you, Tea.
Sweet Tea doesn't have room here. She doesn't have room here to be Sweet Tea. And I want Sweet Tea to be in a good spot. And
I mean, it's absolutely not true. Fundamentally, the purpose of the LCU is to drive profit for Keemstar. People need to be entertaining and funny and dramatic. And with all due respect to Sweet Tea, she's not doing that. So you can understand why she would be relocated, because this is a hot, you know, this is a potentially quite a lucrative spot for someone. I think Milkychaai coming along and doing as well as she did demonstrated to everyone, probably including Sweet Tea, what they really need on the show. 4 hosts was too many, and Sweet Tea was obsolete in that episode, and unfortunately she wasn't able to save herself. I think speaking around in circles and pretending that this show is anything other than drama and fake drama is a facade, and the drama when Milky was on the show wasn't fake, and a lot of the audience have had problems with how fake and scripted this show has felt. It didn't feel that way with Milky because she actually had points to make and the tension was real. If you watch the previous episodes of Lol Cow Bus, in my opinion, the tension has been fabricated, forced, because they know that that's what viewers want to see, but the tension wasn't actually real. Whereas in the Milky episode, the tension was palpable and it was far more entertaining. Okay, I've been talking and fucking talking. I'll let them talk now, sorry.
I want the third seat on this show to really have a voice. I feel like the...
I still really feel like Sweet Tea got shafted. I think that it's not her fault that she was given the character to play that she was. And now Keem's like, yeah, no, this isn't working. And fair enough, because I think the chemistry is not right. But it's not fair. You think they did Sweet Tea dirty? Keem gave her the job of a good cop. Yes, exactly. She did it the best she could. And as soon as Keem found that was no longer working, she threw her under the bus. See, what I think happened, what I think was supposed to happen, was that Scooter was going to start turning on her and putting pressure on Amber, and then Sweet Tea was going to be defending her. But then after that, Sweet Tea would, totally start to see the light. But for some reason, Keem didn't give her that chance to play that out. But, that aside, like I say, I don't think the chemistry is quite right anyway for his vision. But it does suck for Sweet Tea, right? The host gets switched all the time, but putting her on the 4 a.m. shift was a gut punch. Yeah. And to say that now she has room to be Sweet Tea, it's so thinly veiled. Keem clearly plays favorites and probably plays that kind of hierarchy off against all of them as well, which, when you think about it, is also calculated because that would then keep them infighting amongst themselves with a common enemy where they don't organize and start, you know, saying, well, we're actually the personalities of the show, so what are you going to do about it? Yes, Cats, I agree. I think Keem is slowly taking away her safety blanket. But Sweet Tea is not playing up her storyline talking bad about Amber. No. Is now playing. Is she really? Okay. Sucks because I heard Sweet Tea was kind of liked before Amber came into the picture. I don't hate Sweet Tea. I don't know. I probably nothing Sweet Tea. It's not you, it's me kind of vibes. Yes.
C can be used better, and I feel like Sweet Tea can have a better experience on a different show. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm coming from.
I'm going from the top to one of the bottom shows, though. You realize that.
And you're a superstar, so when you go over there, it's gonna do what? Is it gonna stay a low show? Then that just means that you never belonged in this spot to begin with. So,
I mean, that's just so cunty. Like, whether it's true or not, that's cunty. Like, so nasty to say that to somebody. But I mean, I guess I don't give a fuck. But if it's true, it's true. It's just still not very nice, is it?
Then why can't you say that about anybody else?
I honestly think Sweet Tea is holding back this show, and I also think that this show is holding back Sweet Tea. I think it goes both ways. The tryouts that start tomorrow, guys, and they're probably going to go all the way up until February 1st. We're going to see so many new people calling in, and hey, it might not be one person hired. There might be 3 or 4 people hired just on different.
Honestly, good luck finding 3 or 4 people. I don't know. Am I totally wrong? Are there people lining up to do this? I guess there are reviewers who don't have channels, who know loads of the lore and would do a really great job. They just haven't ever made a YouTube channel. In fact, I know that there are people like that. I'm friends with some of them, or I've spoken to some of them. So I think there are people.
Yeah, Miriam, I was just reading your comment. You feel bad for her, but being in the context of the whole LCU thing in general makes you feel conflicted. Yes, my gut feeling says they're all there for a reason. That's why I can't really like any of them. She named her mic after Rarity because it looks, oh my gosh, it looks like an unalived cat. Wow. Yeah, that is, where was that sass before? That would have worked, right?
Like that, but I think Keem seems to want somebody who already has an audience, so I think it's pretty unlikely that they're going to find someone, but I could be totally wrong about that.
Different shows in the universe, you know.
Who do you see being a potential third seed for this show? Like, what are you looking for?
We need someone attractive up here. Good God.
If you're looking for someone who knows all about my past, they're all ugly as so have fun trying to find that.
Your girlfriend didn't think so, babe.
It's not true.
Well,
okay, shall we talk about that? She didn't even name Rachel specifically. Yeah. That's gross. That's okay. So Rachel is getting more comfortable, which means, my nuggets, Rachel will cluck up shortly. She's due for one. Yeah, that's not good. Rachel, what are you doing? See, this is why I say, I think Rachel should have embraced the mean girl. I think if she had have been authentically her, she's a little bit catty, she's very snide towards other women, and I think there would have been an audience, not her current audience, but there would have been an audience for that. That shows me that she's still the same clucking person. Look at her comment section. The way Rachel just said, your girlfriend didn't think so, babe. I know, Amber's pissed. These comments are not horrendous. What, am I looking for something specific? Just join them, Rachel. With this behavior, you're headed there anyway. Yes. Well, did you see the description on this video? But being a mean girl isn't intellectual, but it could be, right? You could absolutely decimate people with extensive vocabulary in clever and witty ways and still make it intellectual mean girl. That could be a thing. There you go, Rachel. That's your new branding. You wonder how closely she's monitoring her comments. Well, I was monitoring not these last two videos, but the ones before that, and I was definitely seeing comments being deleted. Whether she was deleting them or whether the commenters were deleting them, we don't know. We totally don't know. But it looks like the curation is getting a little bit less. I think it's just because their hate watchers are getting bored with it. Imagine thinking Emily finding you attractive is a flex. Yes. Yes. Is that a claim to fame? She should explain herself if she's bringing it up. Yeah. She leaves the not really bad comments to hide the fact that she deletes some. Yeah, she claims she doesn't delete any, but I've definitely witnessed some of them being removed. To give her the benefit of the doubt, as much as I hate to, it's possible that she didn't remove them. It is possible. Is it probable, though? But clearly, this woman has learned nothing. She doesn't understand what she did wrong. And when there is an element of not understanding what has been done wrong, it means that things can't be righted, which is fine if that's the direction that she's going, but, like, be honest about it. No problems, girl. Girl, please, thank you so much for dropping in. I appreciate that. You better go too, Jill. No problem. No problem. We probably only have like 20 minutes left on this anyway, because Tay needs his special boy time. Worse, she thinks it's okay and we are wrong and stuck-ups. Yes, because us caring who she flirts with is weird, right? She said that herself. Not factoring that we think it's weird because Rachel herself called Emily a DV victim. That's what we think is weird. And also touching the poo. Amber getting attention and being of that size does trigger some people. I'm of size and I get bought drinks out and such, and the jealousy is real. Your insomnia has never been this helpful. Watching a stream at 2:30. Atlas. Make sure you look after you. I really appreciate the support, but do look after you. Jill's like, special boy time, bye. I wonder what Rachel's ethical and moral lines are. I've wondered that too, Creeds. I think that when it comes to money, they are far on the distant horizon. You think it's more that she dislikes Amber so much that it's a flex that she could, quote, steal her girlfriend. Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. That's not a flex either, though. Jealousy comes from within more than the person you're jealous of. I agree. Totally agree. Did Rachel ever have an opinion on Dee Dee? I can't think. Unsure. Maybe somebody else can answer. Yep, that was weird. Let's keep watching.
This is the sexiest show in the LCU. Goddamn right.
We need to find someone like really entertaining and a little bit more outgoing, and I need that third seat to talk.
You saying I never?
I mean, I guess fuck Sweet Tea's drag. Also, let's just talk about how pissed off Amber is that Keemstar definitely just said that she wasn't attractive. But you have to admit, Milky did bring some beauty to the panel, and I do think that that was kind of needed. You know, it was a bit of light relief, I would say.
Never talked?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Pay to join the Discord, pay to audition, pay to argue with Amber. The business model is loud and clear. And Keem's not hiding it. The entertainment is the goal.
Anyone else?
I mean, we've always known that's what the show is for. It's literally a show, so it's for entertainment. I think that's no surprise to anyone that they would prioritize views and entertainment and profit. It's not
Notice
surprising.
Jabba checking out because the show isn't about her.
Have you ever thought that maybe I'm fucking sitting here listening and being respectful so Sweet Tea can have the fucking spotlight? This is why she's leaving, because y'all want me to be the spotlight, because if I barely say anything, y'all have a hissy fit.
Dude,
Amber,
that's,
what did I
that's
say
the
about
thing.
Phantom? What's the last thing I said about Phantom?
Yes,
You
Phantom.
motherfucker. Yeah, get Amber.
I'm not in on the joke. I have no idea what they're laughing at. Sorry.
You conceited, selfish motherfucker. You're just thinking about fucking Twinkies and how this is going to affect your career.
Twinkies?
I don't know what you
Anything
mean.
else will.
Oh.
No. They're pissing me off.
What's the chat saying?
Everything.
I just want everyone to know Amber fought hard for me to stay on bus.
They're telling me.
I believe that. I totally believe that. She'll want Sweet Tea. She'd rather have Sweet Tea. She's the center of attention when Sweet Tea's there. She's the biggest character, and she's receiving no pushback. So I absolutely believe that.
I'm not empathetic, but yet I cried in the beginning of the stream. But then when I cried, it was actually
No.
fake. Bitch, shut the fuck up. I love Sweet Tea. Like, I'm literally a simp over Sweet Tea. So suck my fucking fat ass.
I do think it's true that no matter what Amber does, people, including myself, will look for the most negative way to interpret it because we've seen her for so many years. We know what she's like. So I actually agree that sometimes
They are so similar. I know. Yeah. Amber insults looks. Rachel insults looks. I do need to. My video list is extensive. I keep saying that video is on my list. Like comparing the two, they're very, very similar. It's just I think what we're seeing as a difference is culturally different. Wow, Keem's very deceptive. His way of speaking is so strange. Yeah, I agree. You don't have an argument if you have to go to appearance. I agree. I actually agree in the opposite of that too, where, you know, when Milky was on the live, everybody was basically boiling her down exclusively to her looks. One moment. Which I think, you know, socially we see as a compliment, but with somebody like Milky, for example, she comes off as pretty intelligent, and we know that she's got a degree and she's a great artist. There are things of more substance than to, you know, just go straight for the looks. I would rather hear a compliment that is, you know, something other than just a genetic lottery. Hello, cat lady. Hi. Hello. You don't think Amber went hard for Sweet Tea at all? She very quickly got over it. I agree. This is all highly performative. You find Keem reminds you of a car salesman. Oh, he's definitely in sales for sure. We are trained to objectify so we can be sold things we don't need. Yeah, that's valid. Milky is a delight. I'm not sure what we're talking about, but you like her sass. We did do a little Milky side quest at the beginning, just debunking this thing that Keem kind of made it sound like she was stealing intellectual property. So that was at the beginning. Slaps. Dovetail. She does touch a lot, doesn't she?
times. Those tears, for example, for Sweet Tea, they could have been real. Maybe not, because as she started crying, she like put her hand up and she was laughing, so I don't know, looked fake. But the point is that it's not like every single possible thing that Amber does is always absolutely 100% evil, because that's just not real. No one's like that. Even horrible, nasty people are sometimes nice, or sometimes do things for a good reason. So it's not true that Amber will always be the most vile, most negative version of herself. And it's possible that she is genuinely sad about losing Sweet Tea, and I think she probably is. But like I've said, it's this is my bias showing, but it's likely because she knows she's going to get a far less soft touch co-host, and she's not looking forward to it.
Because it's not about friendship, it's about business. That's all.
I just wanted to address that. Jay Zilla, as someone who was very beautiful while young, I would have loved to hear once that I was smart, or any compliment that didn't involve how I looked. That resonates with me so deeply. And I've discussed on here before that, like, my mother, like, the first thing out of her mouth about anybody is something to do with their looks. And to have your self-esteem built up as a young person around things that you've put effort into, around things that you've practiced, and it's so much more substance when it's reflecting a deliberate act of the individual. Do you know what I mean? And I get that when it comes to looks, it's the first kind of thing that we see when we meet someone. I get that. But it's a thin compliment. And yeah, particularly with Milky, like, focus on something else. She had a lot to offer. Why was everything about her looks, in the positive or the negative? That's how your mother is too. Yes, see, this is why we are all in a community together. Your dad worked by appointment because he had a radio program and everyone in the Azores community knew him. I am unfamiliar. You can relate to this a lot with your mother too. Yeah. You need to make sure she doesn't get near the chickens with her love of plucking. Oh, they'll pluck her right back, let me tell you. You don't notice people's looks, but you do appreciate a style. At least a style is something that has had effort put into it. Looks are genetic for the most part, or they cost a lot of money, or they're fading. And I've said it once, I'll say it again. Age should not be, rejected or put down in any way. It's a gift that not everybody gets, and it should be embraced. And especially when there's compliments about looks in a young person, you're gonna change over time. And how does that then reflect when that's all you've been hearing about as your self-worth? Yeah. I have feelings on that topic, in case you couldn't tell. Oh, when someone says, "Oh, you're beautiful," your mother jumps in and says she gets it from me, and you're 43 years old. Yeah. So when I was in martial arts, this is before, extraditing myself from my mother. I ran a martial arts school, and one of my little students, she was 6, she got leukemia, and she was very distressed about it, understandably. And I said to her, would you like me to shave my head if you lose your hair? And she said yes. So I'm like, yeah, I don't care about hair grows back, whatever. And so I shaved it. I shaved it like completely off, not even just short, like fully shaved it. And my mother cried. I was doing something for a little girl who was going through an incredibly difficult time. She beat it, by the way, but really? Really? You cried? It's just hair. It's like, I actually really liked having it shaved, to be honest, but do you know what? I could feel my ponytail still. Super weird. So relieved she beat it. Yeah, she was a little trooper. She did a good job. Your mum used you as bait. She would take 16-year-old you to the gas station so she could flirt with the Mexican guy there, and you would sit there and pretend you didn't understand what they were saying. Oh, wow. Angelina Jolie had admitted that she's severely depressed, and other than having a shitty father, you think the trauma from everyone only caring about her looks had a huge role to play in that. Yeah. You grew up as the skinny one and also told to eat food while also being surrounded by family talking down about themselves because of their weight. You were the opposite, not a very good looking kid or teenager, but in 20s you started getting compliments about your looks, made you so uncomfortable because why is everything about looks? Yeah. Yep. Man. Yeah, we are the shitty parents club, aren't we? I'm just reading some of these comments. All women should shave their head once in their life. You will always stand by that. It's an amazing feeling. It really is. It really is. Hello, Millsy. Hi. Hope you're doing well too. We're doing well in here. Talking about shitty parents, you know, are you surprised? Oh, I loved that movie, Cat Lady, Gia. Amazing movie. She did such an exceptional job playing that role. You think there's a reason Jolie did so well playing Gia, just a face, never a person. Gia actually became a hyperfixation for me for a while, and I would love to do a video or like a video series on her. Nobody's done like a real deep dive on her, and I think she's deep dive worthy. You gave yourself a side cut during a mentee bee. Does that count? Speaking of shitty parents, it'll soon be 5 months since your dad passed away. Where does time go? Wow, it does fly. It really does. Mentee bee cut still counts.
Oh yeah, Scooter's really concerned about the business. You try to step away and ask for somebody else to come and take its spot.
Did you catch that? The second he says this is all business, her face changes. That's the look of realizing you're not special, you're profitable.
No one cares. W's in the chat if you think Keem is a fake AF and a dumb B.
If you get Ron on your show, he can feed you a bunch of food until you. That's what he's known for. He's a feeder.
Oh,
Yeah, that Ron. No,
I know about him. He doesn't like me, even though I'm like the hottest fat bitch he's ever seen. I don't get it, but it's cool.
Check this out.
Clowns, thank you so much for the super chat. Your dad used you as some sort of trophy. You were dressed up and taken everywhere. He was a contractor. You were taken to almost all initial meet and greets. You didn't even fully understand until you were older. Oh, man. Yeah. That's horrifying. I'm so sorry. The notion of being dressed up as something resonates quite deeply with me. Not in the exact same scenario, but yeah, I'm so sorry. It does sound incredibly unsafe. I think it's almost worse when you're an adult and you realize things after the fact. Yeah. Like a little doll. I've always referenced myself in my past as like a porcelain doll because that's what I was to my mother. And any action that was outside of that image of the perfect porcelain doll that was meant to sit on a shelf and be looked at, it wasn't met well. There were ramifications. Yeah, the realization is so painful. And then you're like, yeah, sure, you didn't have to deal with the trauma in the moment, but you have to deal with it after the fact with adult eyes and adult realization. Oh, clowns. Had a photo of you in a swimsuit on his desk in a public office. Your daughter is 24 and the best thing you learned from your mother is not to be like her. Sometimes that's a really valuable lesson. I'm with you there. That's what you're going through as your son gets older. It hits more and more. It's weird, isn't it? When you get to the age that your parents were at, and I'm looking at my millennials and Gen Xers in the chat. You get to the age that your parents were when they perpetrated these things and made these missteps. And I think you either fall somewhere in between, like, you know, I now realize that they were just adults trying to do the best they could in this world and survive, or the opposite, going, I would never clucking do that. Who the cluck thinks to do that kind of behavior? What is wrong with them? You parent with that lens? How can I not be like your mum and dad were? Yeah. And I don't even think you can say it was a different time because, like, speaking from personal experience, no, some of it is just unacceptable on every level. It doesn't matter what era you were raised in. It's wrong. Yeah. Yes, we've found our people here, haven't we, my nuggets? Your mother's generation is mostly narcissistic like her. She's 66. Oh, I think I might be with you there, Veronica. Hang on, I'm doing math. Yes, our mothers are close in age. And I hear similar things about that generation. I don't know what went wrong, because when you think about it in the space of time that they were in, they were the most privileged. Given the like 3 or 4 generations prior to them, they were brought up in a world with a huge amount of opportunity and privilege, at least in Western, built up Western countries. Something went very wrong. Your mum was the best, but you didn't have time to enjoy it. Your brother did. Oh. You're a mama and you cannot imagine talking to your kid the way some of your relatives spoke to their children and grandkids. Yeah. You had your daughter at 17. Being young is not an excuse. You do the messy. You do the messy. You need to take accountability and responsibilities. Yeah. It's the lead paint. And maybe the leaded fuel as well as we're there. Blame it on the lead. You were born in Portugal, and the Portuguese women are like that, sadly. Wow. But raised in the United States. Not the lead paint.
What? You gotta understand what you're working with, Sweet Tea. You know, Keemstar, he's trying to circle jerk and whatever he's trying to do, but you're up against Amber Reed. She has more hate than probably the devil himself right now.
I love that. I don't like this Tina woman, but I like that she just called her Amber Reed, which is in fact her legal name.
And I have more love. I have more love too, sweetheart.
I don't understand how that.
No, she definitely doesn't have very much love at all.
No more kisses at me, bitch. Anyway, Sweet Tea, what I'm saying to you is she has more clout. On YouTube, what you'll learn is the more clout you have.
No. Ah. I'm gonna look at the chat for a bit. Why does she do that? Why? She's... Good grief. You were born here, but the Azorian Portuguese are similar as well, but only some of your aunts and mum, not everyone. It's so weird. Cat lady? I can't wait. One moment. Oh, they gave me the giggles. Oh my god. Oh, just something about that sentence, cat lady. She said, I'm just gonna try and get this out. When I lose an argument, I don't grab my tatas over it. What a sentence. There's a problem from Chernobyl that show in Scotland lots of medical problems as well as behavioural, so the lead paint could be a true reason. Oh, without a doubt. I actually think the lead paint is a factor. Like, jokes aside, it's got to be a factor. Sorry, I'm sorry. Oh, the giggles. Oh, my face aches. Then you're never gonna win. Oh no, my face aches. I'm just gonna play the video while I get over this.
Have, the more people want.
Okay, so we're going to pause for a second here. So Tina's just said, "Don't blow kisses at me, bitch." Okay, and Amber does this, which you've just watched, but I'll put a clip here of it again.
No more kisses at me, bitch. Anyway, sweetie, what I'm saying to you is she has more clout. On YouTube, what you'll learn is the more clout you have...
A lot of the comments highlight this, that after being specifically asked not to blow kisses at her, Amber then does that. Not only does she blow kisses, but she grabs her breasts and puts a like fucking V sign up at her lips, imitating... Gonna have to fucking bleep that word out. It's gross and uncouth and childish and icky and weird, but you could push that argument further and say that it's a form of sexual harassment. I mean, these guys are in the workplace right now, right? I mean, it's not completely comparable, but if a colleague said to you, "Please don't blow me a kiss," and then you did what Amber just did, you would be promptly headed for a lovely meeting with HR where you would receive your P45, I imagine, which is Brit speak for you got fired. There's absolutely no way that you can do this in the workplace, and I know...
That's interesting. So she claims that in a video that flirting is totally normal in every jobs, and the jobs cited were bartender and burlesque dancer, which was an interesting choice. But she does define that there is a difference here. You'd Minecraft Amber? Please explain, Veronica. I do play Minecraft. I can't see the reference. She should have had that same energy with her journalism. Oh, French. Burn. Rule for thee, not for me, Rachel. Yep. I'm sure that somewhere in her mind she's able to justify that this is two different things, but they might be different variants, but they're definitely the same thing. Can you drop your link tree? You have a list of all the studies and books you're referencing. Oh, I don't think you can actually, I don't think you can post links. YouTube blocks everything. I'm sorry, Isabel. Unless there's like, no, I can't think of another way. You might be able to post it on my community tab and then I can approve it. I think that might work. You were a burlesque dancer once upon a time and you never flirted for tips. Well, Jay-Z, I'm sorry, but clearly you were doing it wrong, according to Rachel. Everybody flirts and that's normal, and if you think otherwise, then you're objectively wrong. Yeah. Minecraft Amber means something, but does it really? Oh, I missed that terminology. Oh, cat lady, are you requesting a new parody video? Everybody flirts sometimes. Oh yes, I'm sorry, I got caught up in your comment, Jay-Z, as well. That is cool. I actually tried burlesque for a time. I really enjoyed it, but it's nuanced. Where you live, being a regular flirt gets you stalked. Well, that's not good. No, it's weird. And actually, when I did that video, I requested people to, give their examples. Did they do it? Because I think if you want to be someone that flirts to get ahead in your job, they definitely exist, and that's fine. Be honest with yourself. But to say that it's normal and everybody does it is absolutely not correct. And all of these different examples, including examples that you might think flirting might be valid, and saying, no, we don't flirt. People say in Minecraft, whenever they say something clucked and violent, to show that they're just kidding. Right. That's probably the problem. I've been playing Minecraft since like 2008 when it was in alpha, but I really don't like playing online. Scooter does it all the time when talking about deleting his Minecraft account. Right.
this isn't really the workplace, it kind of is and it kind of isn't, I don't know. It makes her gross and a weirdo and a scumbag, but also like it's arguably worse than that. It's arguably a kind of harassment. I don't know, is it? What do you guys think? It's definitely fucking weird. The top comment on this video says the sexualized grabbing herself and tongue flicking and V fingers is so viscerally disgusting. It's so pathetic to witness. I cannot imagine being in my mid-30s doing that in response to people calling me out.
Because that's the thing, right? We're not saying that it's because Amber is of a size that it's disgusting. It's just across the board as an adult doing that. Clucking weird.
Yeah, very fair.
Want to follow behind you and eat your ass. And right now you can't shine because you've had your whole entire ass raised up her ass and you couldn't even breathe. You had no oxygen.
Gidgey's up your ass too. She can't breathe either.
I'm talking to Sweetie because she's going through the worst show. Gidgey came to the second best before your fat ass got here, so chill out, bitch. I'm talking
second
to
best,
Sweetie.
bitch. I'm second best. You're like third, fourth, fifth.
You're only second best because you're the most hated, you big titty bitch. Get up and dance. Get up and shake those midgets in your legs. Let's go. Get up.
I know you want to see my body, baby. Why don't you come over?
Scooter, I don't know how you work with two females anyways. I hope the next bitch that comes here is good for the universe, but at the same time doesn't know Amber at all. Well, because right now everybody has to outshine her, and that's not cool, bro.
I mean, I think whoever comes to the universe, to the show, needs to know who Amber is. Because if you got someone in there who didn't know, then it would be pointless anyway. So that's kind of what happened with Sweet Tea and Scooter. Scooter appears to have done more homework, but Sweet Tea didn't know anything about Amber. So the last thing they need is somebody who doesn't know about Amber, because then it would just be frustrating for the audience to watch and see her lie to this person. So this show has potential to get better if they get someone on who's actually going to drill Amber, but not in that way. But I don't know, man. I don't have high hopes.
You know,
no one's gonna outshine me.
Listen, Amber, the sun shines on a dog's ass once a day. Bitch, get in line.
Should Sweet Tea have like lied about how she feels about Amber? Because she genuinely does care about you. You're saying she was so far up her ass.
Now, you can't do that when you're doing a team show. If somebody's glazing you all the time, you're not doing your full potential.
I understand that, but also I feel like I've come with enough. If I found
I find that interesting. Rachel's obsession is cringe. Which is funny because that's of course what Amber accuses us all of, like being obsessed with her. But it's different with Rachel because of the flirting, right? She's never going to do this and not have me see her flirting with Emily overlaid. You can't hide behind clutching pearls, but it still shows through. Okay, my nuggets. We have run out of time. We got about halfway through this video. For my yes, Veronica, Rachel, show us the flirting messages. Because if we would just go, oh, then I want to see them. Show the thing. Gosh, I have no life because following this situation is the highlight of my evenings other than professional wrestling. Oh, it does get a bit like that. It does. Now, for my Monday stream, it's Monday for me, it might be Sunday for a lot of you, but we can either continue this or I actually wouldn't mind starting to get through some suggestions that Nuggets have sent me of people to cover. We can kind of watch them to see if they're a good fit or vibe for the channel, and then I can go do more like deep dive research on them. For the Wicked situation, that is still on my radar, but I've kind of discovered that with it all, I think everything needs a deep dive. So I want to do a deep dive on Ariana. I want to do a deep dive on Cynthia and, you know, kind of move through it because I think the greater understanding is more important. But the cool thing about these lives is that I can kind of do the, you know, more trivial stuff like this video wouldn't be good for a whole video. And still be communicating with you all and still keeping tabs on everyone while I'm able to do more and more heavy research for videos. Because the more I get into it, the more research the videos are starting to require, and that takes time. So I kind of like this balance. Hopefully it works for all of you as well. You love deep dives? Yes. Basically, the point of me doing the videos I do is I'm making videos that I would want to watch. Turns out you're like watching them too, which is so cool. But I always, more often than not, am left feeling like, oh, you labeled it a deep dive, but I feel like it was incomplete or it was too glossed over or whatever. So I really take the time to get into the detail and explore it all. But yeah. We all love a well-researched video. I do try. And also there is murmurings of some gypsy stuff that is going to annoy me deeply. Very, very deeply. So I want to get into that as well. Deep dives and documentaries. Yeah, exactly. And then this kind of fun environment in between. Yeah, it's annoying to watch a deep dive and they miss a huge part of the timeline. And like, if I see the word deep dive and then I see that a video is 10 minutes long, I'm no. No shade to those that do it, unless it's a very tiny aspect. 10 minutes is not a deep dive, in my opinion. That's become so messy, the gypsy stuff. Yeah, and I said that in the gypsy videos that I did, of course, with my upbringing and my history, if you haven't seen it, by the way, I actually tell a large amount of my story at the beginning of the first gypsy video I did. Of course, I'm going to see a certain thing with my filter, but if that's proven to be that she was exploiting, it's like stolen valor, right? She's exploiting something that I went through for real and using it to get away with an unaliving of someone. That's I'm not happy about that. That's why you like I Never, a lot of long form and deep dives. Yes, I agree with you there. And he often does those really big videos just on one aspect as well, which I really like. Deep dive needs to be at least 1 hour, otherwise it's a puddle dive. Have you seen the videos she sent to that guy? She talked about her future daughter. No, haven't. I find dealing with gypsy a little bit triggering, so it needs to be done at intervals. Your son is autistic, so that story triggers you. Yeah. Yeah. The autistic thing is thrown around a lot in true crime, and it bothers me too. I Never is kind and a bit of a dork. I love all of that. I like that too. I like the kind of awkward aesthetic he's got. Yeah, it's disturbing. Do it with care. I always do. I always do. I am here for the long haul, so everything is measured and methodical always because the longevity matters. So, and you know, I had some nuggets in my community at the time saying, you've got this wrong. This is not the way it is. And now it's coming out like, yeah, I'm always open to, you know, say I've been wrong about something or reassess my perception of something. Always happy to do that. But this one, if they're right and I saw it wrong initially, I'm going to be very, very angry about that. You're a doc too, so you like it? Facts got you back. Oh, to be fair, Creeds, they were probably right. I probably got it very wrong. I approached Gypsy as though she had had a similar situation to what I did in my upbringing. But to see the potential explanation in something, I don't think is a bad quality of mine. So I don't know if in this situation Dee Dee is necessarily just a victim either, but that time will tell, I suppose. How dare you manipulate me? Add it to the list, Creeds. Yes, you can never do worse than Netflix true crime. I actually would like to do an in-depth reaction to that one because, sorry, one moment. Because even in my perspective, with my filter and my bias laid over it, even I was looking at that going, that is manipulative. That documentary was awful. Not saying she's 100% a victim, but she's not the monster Gypsy made her out to be. Yeah, I agree, French. And I think that's probably the truth of a lot of situations in this world. There is grey. It's not that people are either good or bad in the sense of black and white. It's that we all sit somewhere on the spectrum. It's defining where somebody is, especially when that somebody is not around to speak for themselves. Netflix docs are a hard miss most of the time. Yeah. But no, it'll be interesting to delve into. Netflix has many awful documentaries. They value drama over facts. Actually, it's funny you say that. I almost exclusively watch YouTube people now because I find that the quote-unquote amateurs are far better researched than the authentically put together documentaries that have budget behind them. Night creeds. We're finishing up anyway. Most of the time it's cash grab. You would kind of love to deep dive into poorly done true crime where it's exploitative, unethical, and dishonest. That would be an interesting topic. Yeah, I agree with you, Cat Lady. Okay, my nuggets. I need to go attend to my special boy and film a Snack Crew video. So that is all the clocks I have left to give, but thank you so much everybody for coming in, and thank you for all of my lurkers. I saw so many of you there, and thank you so much to my replay nuggets when you get here. That's all the clocks I have left to give. Stay golden, my little nuggets, and I'll catch you next time.